Well. I can't believe it started. I've had so many problems with my podcast starting up. It's hard to say it's a podcast because it's a live podcast, and so it's more like radio than anything I've ever experienced other than radio. So hi everybody, it's me, Debbie, here on Saturday night. Not much going on. Just, actually there's a lot going on. But I have a feeling we're going to get things really moving around here tonight for some reason. I just get those feelings every now and then. And maybe not, but for whatever it's worth, we're here. I'm here and you're here. And I don't know. Ready to do some damage somewhere. Or something. Somewhere. We have some things to talk about. So before we get much further into this, let's just get things started.
You keep slapping that bass.
It was the 3rd of September. That day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. 'Cause that was the day that my daddy died. Yeah. I never got a chance to see him. Never heard nothing but bad things about him. Mama, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth. Mama just hung her head and said, son, Papa was a rolling stone. My son, wherever he laid his hat was his home. When he died, all he left was alone. Now listen to me. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left was alone. Now,
All right, kill DJ Scribble, please. Pardon me just a second. Matilda, would you please kill DJ Scribble? I think I just talked as Matilda's voice. Stop it! Thank you, DJ Scribble, for that introduction. My name, of course, is Debbie Daly. I'm with you here on Saturday night, talking to you live from the beautiful metropolis of Dallas, Texas, on a cold Saturday night. An interesting Saturday night, but a cold Saturday night. I'm perplexed at a couple of things right now, but yet severely happy. Was last night's show hysterical or what? Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Great song, says Dave. Well, shit, let's just play that some more then. Let's give Dave some more DJ Scribble. This is a killer song, Dave. This has been called the best goddamn rave song ever. I swear this is what it's been called.
I think if it's like 51 or less than 60, you'll see a popcorn, a popcorn thing dumped to the side, like this film, like it'll show a popcorn cup or a popcorn lid on its side, a box of popcorn on its side.
You keep slapping that bass.
Welcome. This is ex-governor and Navy SEAL Jesse Ventura. This is Debbie After Dark.
This is a true story. I went to IKEA to go shopping, and I said, we gotta get the meatballs. That day, or maybe the next day, IKEA was serving horse meat in their... Papusa. 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 Papusa.
This is Lester Bartholomew Jones, and I just want you to know that I never listen to the Debbie Daily Show.
Okay, now we're going to really wind it out, everybody.
Welcome. This is ex-Governor and Navy SEAL Jesse Ventura.
Deb! Deb! Debbie!
All right, Matilda. Kill it. Matilda,
What?
can you go ahead and kill the DJ Scribbles?
Will you make up your mind?
You got to love Matilda, you know? The rudest assistant.
Assistant?
The rudest producer.
I work for Vic, Debbie.
I can't stand Matilda Blankets. Matilda Blankets was a troll that led a troll war against me in the year 2012 and failed. Failed miserably because Vince in the Bay, who is one of the major podcasters in the Bay Area, went on the air and said, I don't believe what just happened. Debbie totally ended the troll war, completely ended it. All right, Ghost. Who all remembers Ghost? Ghost was the number one show on Blog Talk Radio. He logged in upwards to 20,000 listens just on Blog Talk Radio alone per show. Does everybody remember that? Number one show on Blog Talk Radio, and there have been videos made splicing his words against me. Ghost has never hated me. Ghost loved me. Ghost used to love when I called into his show. And Ghost was just trolled off the internet, I guess you could say. He just couldn't take it. But who remembers the Ghost and Debbie Daily, what was it called? The Ghost, the rap battle that somebody did. Yeah, somebody did a Ghost and Debbie Daily rap battle. I think it was last year they did it. Ghost versus Debbie Daily. And I think it's funny that he picked this piece of audio to close out his show and never come back on. And not only that, listen to how he lets the entire audio play. And then, of course, we all know that after this, he was never heard from again. Interesting, I think.
All right, who else we got? We got Could Do, Radio Graffiti.
I want you to listen how he never interrupts it. He lets it play from the beginning to the end, okay?
Ghost versus Debbie Daily.
prognosticator of prognosticators, and I'm shooting you a pearl. For the past couple years, you've been mooching off my fame, and after all this time, still nobody knows your name. Let's check your popularity, see how low it went. Debbie Daly is down, get this, 100%. You're just a big bloated bimbo that never quits bitching. So do us all a favor and get back in the kitchen. You expect me to take this from some racist fruit bowl whose only real fans are a bunch of bronies and trolls? Shut your fat mouth, Hambone, and just listen to me. You're not Alex Jones, even though I know you'd like to be. Your show has no substance, whereas mine is nice and meaty. People only listen in for radio graffiti. We know you're a brony, we know Applejack's your face, so just get out of here, Conquest, before I make you go cans that way. Engineer not now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of serving up this cow? You're trash, Debbie Daly. You know it and I know it. Ask anyone you want, they'll say your show is a lump of shit. God damn it, you got to be cursing like a sailor, but that's the only way to talk when you're talking about this failure. So face it, Debbie, you're gonna die alone. And honestly, I think I'd rather listen to Goofy Bone. You win that short award, you worthless phony. It's no wonder they want to at the ceremony. Engineers the hound, so put him on the mic. And just go back down to 6th Street and just take a hike. My show's as real as it gets, and honey, that's no lie. Listen to one episode, and you'll say, oh my. It's a year as a day. Just wait, I'm gonna feature, cause I just got your doc, and now I'm sending you pizza. Who won? You decide! Big Red Bells of Blog Talk Radio!
You gotta be kidding me. You actually put in...
Okay, think about this. How did he know it was over? How did he know that was the end of it? How did he know right when it should be... right when to talk? How did he know that?
And conducted that much production effort into putting that together, for Christ's sake? I mean, God! Damn it! Jesus Christ! Me with Debbie Daly, for Christ's sake? Debbie Daly? Jesus Christ, man. What a freaking joke that was, man. That's it. I've had enough. That's it. You know what? You all have ruined my Baller Friday. You've ruined my 420. You've ruined this great day, this great, fantastic day that I was just having with that ridiculous, dumbass, stupid, pathetic, useless parody that you just aired on my goddamn broadcast. That's it. That's it. Get me out of here. That's it. Stick a fork in me. I'm done for... Get me out of here, engineer. I'm not going to sit over here and put up with this crap anymore, for Christ's sake. Get me the hell out of here. Get me out of here, for Christ's sake. These stupid pieces of crap. They ruined my Baller Friday. They ruined it.
You've been listening to True Capitalist Radio. The thoughts, views, ideas, comments, and opinions of the host of this show are absolutely his. Catch more live episodes Monday through Friday from...
All right, I'm back. Now, you can say what you want to say, but I know that he knew when that was planned. I'm sorry, it was planned. I don't care what anybody says. And then... what happened with Ghost is Ghost was trolled about me. This group, the Bill Wagner crew, they did things as me. Ghost looked at a lot of spliced, cut videos of me saying horrible things. For God's sake, people, this group, the Bill Wagner crew, actually had me trolling Sarah Burke, the Olympic snow skier out of Canada, and her mom contacted my husband at his office, her mother. And once she found out what happened, when people are terrorizing you and trying to destroy you, they do things in your name. They do things as you. And Ghost had watched all these videos of me on YouTube that were fake and phony and spliced. And therefore he said, she's just a bad person. I mean, but it wasn't fair, because if Ghost is going to do that, then we should listen to what they say about him on YouTube. I did a video on YouTube that, what did I do with that video? Oh, I know what I did. I did a video on YouTube to everybody explaining, I think it explained things pretty good, to tell you the truth. It, let me see if I can find it here while I'm waiting for somebody. Anybody can call in. My number is 214-444-5488. Now, if you block your number, you will be the only call that I can take, because we can't add anybody into the call if it is a blocked number. So that's the only problem with that. I hope you all enjoyed the show last night. I thought it was great. It was funny. It was really, really funny. It was a mystery solution I'd never heard before. I'm trying to find this video that I did explaining some things. It's right here. This is what you do when you do this live podcasting. Nothing's planned. I don't do that. Y'all know I've never done that. I just don't plan things out. Here it is. Okay, it says a public message from Debbie. That's the background music. This is a public notice to advise everybody about a cyber stalker, troll, idiot, mullet, whatever name you want to give them, that has posted many fake videos about me. They have taken hundreds of audio clips from my online talk show and spliced my voice, thereby making it appear to say some pretty awful things. They have also photoshopped my photos wherein they make my face appear distorted. YouTube allows this. YouTube does not take down videos of good people such as myself that have been stolen and altered to satisfy the bizarre desire of haters. This is unfair and cruel. YouTube is unfair and cruel. Many people have advised me to fight back and make videos of these people that are fake, slanderous, and photoshopped. I refuse to do this. Doing that would only prove that I am no better than those people, and I am better than those people. So please be advised that the following users of YouTube are trolls, liars, thieves, and criminals here in the cyber world. And then I go off and I name them. I name, just the different... And I say, to keep this simple, just let me assure you that if anyone has created a video of Debbie Daly that is not on this account, it is not me. I, being somewhat popular on Internet Talk Radio, have many haters, and they have to portray me in a negative light. This is me, the real me. Please help by requesting that YouTube stop allowing slanderous videos to be posted. Thank you. And then I say, Debbie Daly. Yes. Sorry, somebody just walked in. Did you need me? I guess not. I haven't seen these in so long. Some of these videos, I haven't watched them in forever. Oh, I remember this call me and David took.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Thank you. So today I wanted to bring up a little topic about the African American and how they fit in with our community. And, lately I have been living around the African Americans, and they are a little bit scary. They come to my house and knock on my windows and the door, and I don't know what to do about it, because they can't understand me.
I do.
Call the police.
What you need to do, you need to sit down in a chair, put your head between your legs, and jump. Get the fuck off my switchboard. All right.
Hey.
Radio show.
Hey, radio show. It's Dave. How you doing?
Hi, Dave. How you doing? Oh,
I'm doing good.
Hold on. The next video started playing. Aw, it's me on webcam. How are you, Suave Dave?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good. Well, I'm good too. Do you remember when we took that call? I don't remember that call.
Which call? You are you talking about?
The call that I just played, I just got through playing it. It goes a little something like this. You're on the call with me. Listen.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, I remember.
Thank you. So today I wanted to bring up a little topic. The African.
That was the failest troll call I'd ever heard in my life. I told her to stick her head between her legs and jump.
Yep. I remember that.
Trolls.
I upgraded to a new internet box, so my call should drop less. It has 3 antennas attached to the thing, so it should work.
What, little baby? Hold on, I have
little baby!
Called me on the telephone.
Santa Claus called you? What did
Whoa.
he say?
He said everything about me.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much, you beautiful baby. Are you going home now?
Well, Papa's coming.
Pow-Pow's coming, okay. You going to steal Pow-Pow from me?
Do you want to come?
I love you so much, little face.
Mom, he's talking to you.
I can't right now.
Mom, he's telling you about what the call was about. Tell her.
He already told me. What did Santa Claus say?
Everything. I don't
Tell her what he called on. What phone did he call you on?
Come here and tell me so everybody can hear you. I'm on the air right now.
On your phone.
On the black phone? Come here. What did Santa Claus say when you picked up the phone?
I already told you always.
He hasn't told me anything.
But I want to hear it.
Dave wants to hear it.
Santa Claus called me.
What did Santa Claus say?
I don't know.
Did he say ho, ho, ho?
Did he say ho, ho, ho?
I think he's
Yep.
shocked that it happened.
He said, Merry Christmas.
Oh, are you on the... I'm guessing you're on the good list.
Yep, he did.
Yes, he is. He's an angel. He's the best kid in the whole world.
Oh, you can imagine.
He is the best baby. Are you the best baby in the whole world?
Everyone calls me. I answered the phone. I went there. And he said, hello? Hello? Is anybody there?
He's just talking to you, Dave?
Yeah, how precious he... Well,
Can
that's...
I say
Well...
And that's it.
Did you tell him what you wanted for
Aw.
Christmas?
No.
Why not?
He said he's going to call later.
Because I forgot.
What did you tell him to make Mommy for Christmas?
I
A
forgot.
Louis Vuitton purse?
Tell him what you said about leaving him the text messages. What'd you say in the texts?
I don't know.
He doesn't remember, Mommy.
I know. You don't like being on the spotlight.
All right. We'll go on home with Mommy and take Pow Pow with you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Gosh, stealing Pow Pow. They're stealing.
Oh, no.
They're stealing Vic from me.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all be careful.
Feeling.
All right. Bye, guys.
Jet.
Be sure you lock the door.
They're talking about 1 to 2 feet of snow coming up here soon.
2 feet of snow?
Yeah, Monday to Wednesday this week.
And you're in New York?
Yes, I am.
Upper state New York?
Yeah, yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Upper state New York's expecting 2 feet of snow, Victor.
Really?
Yes, really.
Yeah.
We are not expecting 2 feet of snow down here, although it is very, very cold here, though. It's drizzling right now? Uh-oh. Don't you get stuck over there. I'll kill you.
Oh, why is baby
I don't know.
crying?
He's crying for some reason. Why is he crying? What happened? Hold on.
All right. Well, I guess I'm...
He hit his what?
He hit his head. He's jumping around.
Oh, he was jumping around and he hit his head on the bar. Is he okay?
Oh, I
Is he
hope
all
he's
right?
okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He just hurt. He always hits his head. Why do children always hit their heads?
Because they're kids and they have a lot of energy.
They really do. They jump around a lot.
Boy, do they have a lot.
Man, my mom used to say energy is wasted on the young.
Youth is wasted.
No, that's right. Youth is wasted on the young.
Mm.
Dad
That's
goes,
a very wise and philosophical. How's your e-cigarette?
That's my crack pipe, they call it.
Yeah. Taking a hit.
It does crack a listen. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it still does.
Yeah. So have you, has that helped you stop smoking or cut down, or?
It does. It actually does. It really does. I could probably, if somebody said you can never have a real cigarette again for the rest of your life, all you can do is this, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with it.
Don't they have flavored liquids you could put in there?
Absolutely.
If you wanted to?
Absolutely. I found my little tuning horn. What is this called? It's called a tuning...
Fork?
No, it's a something. It's for my violin, which you know how well I play the violin, right?
Yes.
Here is the E. Here is the A. Here is the G. And the D. Isn't that funny?
You could do Debbie Grams with that.
Yes, I could walk up and I could go. Yes, singing Telegram for Dave.
Yeah.
Wait. Happy birthday to you. You belong in the zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too. Sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. Sorry, it's been a while since I've called in. It's like I've been busy and trying to get into better health with this dizziness bullshit.
You know, ever since you had that surgery, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is, you know?
It
is weird.
I wonder how that could be connected, that surgery that you had, and then all of a sudden it seems like everything goes wrong.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I don't either. It was lap band surgery, is that right?
No, it was the gastric sleeve.
Gastric sleeve surgery?
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it seems like everything just kind of gone wrong since then.
Yeah, I just went to see that doctor, and they said all my vitamin levels are okay, my cholesterol's okay, my all my blood work is fine, and I'm not getting malnourished at all. I'm drinking enough fluids.
Well, from what I can see, it looks like a lot of people have complications after gastric sleeve surgery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the only thing is, my primary care doctor thinks physical therapy is going to get rid of the dizziness.
It says complications can be perforation of stomach, internal bleeding, severe wound infection. That's probably from the surgery. Pulmonary is pneumonia, respiratory.
Yep.
Have you had that?
No, but when I went in for my neck surgery, they thought I might have had a blood clot in my chest.
They said the exact same thing to me, David. I don't know why. Maybe they say that to everybody or something.
No, my heart rate shot up to 140. They did a nuclear lung scan on me where they had me inhale this radioactive vapor and injected dye in me, and I also did a cardiac echo. And also had the monitor on me, and all of a sudden I was having chest pain out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, that would have scared me to death.
Yeah, it did. Scared the living shit out of me, and I called the nurse, and the nurse is like, what do you need? It's like, I don't think having chest pains at 28 years old is normal. She's like, no, I guess it's not. It's like, what do you mean you guess it's not? Wouldn't any nurse would have ran to get a doctor instead of just standing there?
Well, you know, some hospitals kill people. I'm not saying they're going to kill you, but some hospitals...
No, I know.
You know they do.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. If you get MRSA or something, and they don't treat it right away, you're done. Same with that Ebola, you know, with the one hospital that turned that one guy away.
You believe that?
I can't believe it.
I
It's
know.
like,
I
really?
can't believe that. That is crazy.
You're-
They diagnosed him with Ebola and sent him home with some oral antibiotics. Is that right?
Yes, they sent him home with oral antibiotics thinking, oh, yeah, it's just the flu, just go home and sleep it off. And then, lo and behold, he comes back sicker than a dog and like, oh, shit, he had Ebola.
Yeah, but how would you know to test somebody for Ebola? They
That's
should have
the
known,
thing.
well, coming from South Africa, because he came straight from South Africa. And they should
Right,
have...
that should have been a red flag right then and there. And they should have said, oh, maybe this could be Ebola. Let's keep him in an observation room, have him under a negative pressure room where where the germs stay inside the negative pressurized room. They have specialized rooms where they put patients who are highly infectious in. So it doesn't spread throughout the hospital. It's special ventilation.
Yeah, but there's people that are beating it. I mean, the nurse that was actually, the nurse that was actually in there and got infected. Or no. It was the people that cleaned up his apartment, right?
Yes, and the nurse got it also because she didn't take her gloves off the right way or something like that. She didn't put the protective equipment on the right way, or they didn't have the protective equipment they have now at the hospital, and the nurse contracted it, and she beat it. The weird thing is, up here, if Ebola hit up here, they only designated 2 hospitals, one in Rochester, New York, and one in New York City here, when we have more than enough hospitals here that could do it. But our good old, lo and behold, governor decided to only designate 2 hospitals, which one hospital is an hour and a half away, and the other hospitals are in New York City, which is a few hours away. What are they going to do? Put you in an ambulance and drive you an hour and a half away to a hospital and infect the ambulance workers, which can turn around and infect more people?
So the hospital that you're close to is not equipped to handle Ebola?
Exactly.
Well, not to change the subject, but I'm going to change. Tonight we're going to have...
Go ahead.
The change of subject is brought to us by the Note G. Have you heard about Russia and the nuclear their nuclear weapons and stuff? Have you heard about that?
Yes. Now that's scary.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it was released off the AP Wire only 4 hours ago. The following, Russia is in possession of strategic nuclear weapons that are far more advanced than the United States, and it will continue to lead the game with its new generation of missiles, according to a comprehensive report from the Russian political newspaper called Pravda.
So basically, we could be screwed if they decided to launch any of these missiles.
It says, indeed, if World War III erupts, Russian Vladimir Putin wins hands down, period. The report the report titled Russia Prepares for Nuclear Surprise for NATO claims that Russia was able to amass its massive nuclear power because the U.S. had been dismissive and neglectful of achieving innovations in decades after winning the Cold War. Specifically, the United States has closed the possibility of developing high-precision long-range weapons that could eradicate enemies even without coming in direct contact. But Russia never stops innovating despite much criticism and the more accepted notion that the country is weak and the West is superior. At this point, Russia has long-range cruise missiles of a new generation that will soon be deployed on submarines of the Black Sea Fleet and missile ships of the Caspian Flotilla. That's the end of the statement. Not only that, David, Russia's tactical nuclear weapons are far more superior to that of NATO's. The report said NATO's member countries have only 260 tactical weapons. The United States has 200 bombs with an overall capacity of 18 megatons located in Germany, Italy, Belgium, and the Netherlands and Turkey. France has 60 atomic bombs, as outlined by the report. Russia, according to conservative estimates, has 5 100,000 pieces of different
Holy shit.
of different classes of tactical nuclear weapons, from Iskander warheads to torpedoes, aerial and artillery warheads. Can you believe this?
No, what next? Drones are going to start to construct with these nuclear missiles and all that?
Well, it looks like to me that Vladimir Putin, if World War III erupts, he's out to win, and he's out to win fast.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the United States officials did not buy the idea that Russia has the capability of deploying long-range bombers. A source had reportedly told CNN that the United States found no security threat, proving that such bold and destructive activity is happening. United States Department spokeswoman Jen Psaki echoed the same opinion. However, Pentagon retaliates with Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel announcing a proposal of an additional $1.5 billion to the $15 billion a year worth of maintenance to United States nuclear arsenals. He admitted that the United States Air Force and Navy were beleaguered, that's a strange word, with scandals over the years. These scandals resulted to the neglect of the country's nuclear programs, rendering some infrastructure outdated and maintenance deteriorated. That was from the Washington Post. At one point, inspections of the nuclear weapons became burdensome. Burdensome. Became a hassle for the force. Yes, I am. Mr. and Miss Not Movie just asked me a question. Hang on, let me answer him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. There we go. Let me go back to the report now. This is interesting. This is something that we should all pay attention to. Members of Congress agreed to the budget proposal. Republicans lauded it too. They said that the $1.5 billion. I wish somebody would give me $1.5 billion.
Me too. I love that.
You know, everybody always says, "What would you do with $1.5 billion?" Now you're a genius, David. How many millions is in 1.5 billion?
Good question.
You just know medicine. You don't know math. You know medicine.
Yeah, I'm not that great at math, but Google can figure that out.
Google is your friend.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Did you hear about my new coin that I found 3 days ago in a treasure trove in the attic of my home? Welcome, Mr.
No,
Midnight
is it like
Movie.
a rare coin?
It's a very rare coin. Hi, Mr. Midnight Movie.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going fine, happy boy.
What's up, Davey?
You
Not
say,
much.
Davey.
How have you been?
Been okay. How's the weight loss, man?
It's coming along. Down 87 pounds.
Damn.
I gotta lose some damn weight myself.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It takes work, but it's not easy.
You've kind of been stuck at 80 pounds, right?
A little bit. Kind of. It's like some days I'm up a pound, down a pound. The doctor's attributing it to water weight.
Water weight.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of, yeah. So how are you feeling, though? I mean, after the surgery and stuff?
I've been getting dizzy spells lately. Yeah, I'm not a diabetic at all. I don't have high blood pressure anymore. I'm off of all my blood pressure meds. My vitamin levels are okay. I'm getting enough nutrition and enough water.
And now, you don't have the appetite that you used to, I'm assuming.
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Can y'all see me on webcam?
4 eyes. I'm kidding.
Shut up.
No, I don't see you.
Super lady.
Now I can't see anything.
Hello? Oh, I didn't know you had glasses.
I don't have my contacts on. You see my Howard Stern poster behind me? Private Parts?
Yes, I do. Private Parts. Yes, I do.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's autographed. It's actually autographed by Howard. And this one over here to my left is autographed by the Terminator.
Oh, Arnold.
And I have my Three Stooges one is autographed right over there by the Three Stooges. Good morning. Swear to God.
You are lucky, Deb. You have a Three Stooges autographed poster?
Damn sure do. One time, Curly, Moe, and Larry were in a bar together, and this guy got them to sign a napkin. And it's the napkin. The napkin that they signed is right over there. You want to see it? I'll show it to you.
I bet that didn't. I bet that wasn't cheap to get.
I don't know how much it cost, but somebody got it for me for Christmas, and I don't ask any questions. So.
No, right? Yeah, I don't even see on webcam. So.
This light is so bright in my face. Go away, light. I have no idea why I turned on my webcam. I just did.
But what do you hope to get for Christmas this year, Deb?
I just want world peace, David.
That's not going to happen. I want $1 million. World peace isn't going to happen.
This is true.
Have you been on my Facebook page, Deb, to see the artwork I did?
No, what artwork did you do?
I was part of a co-artifact piece where I did worked with a professional artist where I started a piece of artwork and they finished it, and they did a piece of artwork and I finished it, and they did a silent auction for it last night.
What kind of art did you do?
I did an abstract piece.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of fun to do. They only gave us about 2 weeks to do it, to turn it around to do it. So now to find out who won the winning bids.
They started and you finish it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Levothyroxide. Can y'all see the name on that? Where it says
levothyroxide?
That's my thyroid pills, Mr. Midnight Movie. And look at the amount that it is. It's right. It says levothyroxine. Look, here it is. Look.
Guessing 150 milligrams?
150 milligrams. Where is it? Right. Where's that? Levothyroxine. No, wait, there it is. Wait, there it is. 150. There it is.
Huh, and I just guessed that out of nowhere.
Mr. Midnight Movie is so quiet. Did you hear Mr. Solution on the show last night?
You know what? I was on mute. God damn it.
You're always
yes,
on
I
mute.
did. I heard him.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit of him. I heard you are. Have you become a fan of Mr. Stefan Molyneux?
Yeah, thanks to you.
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Solution, I don't think he likes Stefan Molyneux though. He doesn't like many people, but
yeah, he's look, come on.
Who is Stefan this person?
He's a philosopher.
Ah, okay.
And he made a lot of good points about the slave ownership in the United States. I thought it was really interesting, to tell you the truth, that it was mostly Jewish families. Did you know that, Mr. Midnight Movie?
Yeah, well, as far as percentage goes, he said that like 40%, the 40% of the Jews in the South own slaves.
And they didn't even you couldn't even buy and sell slaves on Jewish holidays. That's how much it was. They shut the slave trade down on Jewish holidays. So.
Wow, like Rosh Hashanah and or all those
Yom Kippur and stuff. Because and that's because it was mostly Jewish families that owned and bought the slaves. It wasn't the whites so much. Of course, I guess the reason that blacks today hold so many of us accountable for what happened is I think they just look at skin color and just call us all whites, even though it's actually Jewish.
Well, but and also, less than 6% of whites, Southerners, own slaves, and
that's not what they think, though. They don't think that.
No. Well, it doesn't matter what they think. Fact is fact. I mean, it's reported. The documents are very clear. Just as South Africa, was founded on 97% unoccupied land. And, when they built it up, migrants came in, they started to steal and rob and make things difficult, so they built a wall. You know?
But wait a minute, isn't everything found on unoccupied land?
What do you mean? I meant found it. You know, the state. You know, the whites, the Europeans settled South Africa on unoccupied land.
It's
or
still
largely unoccupied land, like 97%. Most of the blacks that came into the townships and stuff of South Africa were migrated there, and the living standards of black South Africans before they came into contact with the Europeans was 34 years. It increased to 60 years of life.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was just talking about how attacked I got over the, that over being, they were saying that I was racist and stuff, and I just don't see myself as racist. I mean, I'll be happy to admit it if I was, but I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they attack you for responding, for reacting to being attacked, and nothing about what he said. Everything's about your response about what he did to you initially. I mean, he took things from 0 to 1,000, and you responded to that.
Are you talking about J-Lo? J-Lo?
Yeah. I mean, that guy was the one who initiated bad conduct, and everything is about your response to that, and not what he did.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying. So, it's true what they say. Do y'all hear something running in the background?
Yes, I do.
I do
yeah.
too.
And I found the answer, Debbie. It's 1,000 millions in a billion.
There's 1,000 millions in a billion. I just killed that noise in the background. So if there's 1,000, okay, that's good. Okay, how many thousands are in a million, Dave? Just take your time, because I'm going to tell y'all how much money that is in a minute. The way Victor told me one time, and it's amazing to think about it in this way. So I got my webcam turned. I turned it off just for a second, but I have my webcam turned on tonight. If anybody wants to come and meet me in person, you can come on Skype to Debbie_Daily and send me a request, and we can say hi and meet. Or you can meet me face-to-face here on Skype tonight, whoever you are. I don't care.
Looks like it's 100,000s or in a million.
100,000s are in a million.
Mm-hmm.
100,000s are in...
That would be $100,000, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's 1,000,000 is a natural number following 99999 preceding one. Yeah. So
there's 1,000 thousands in a million. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's correct. No, what? Yes, that's correct. So, and what did you say before about the billion? You said what? There's a reason why I'm doing this. Because Victor told me one time that if you take a stack of $1,000 and you put them in a room in, say, cubbies, like, you know what a cubby hole is? Like if you go to jump on something, you put your shoes in a little cubby, like a little mail slot.
Yes.
Can you imagine for the rest of your life, you have a room that you can open the door and there's slots full of thousands? Just stacks of thousands.
It says 1,000 million is in a billion.
Now, does that make so 1,000 thousands are in a million, and 1,000 millions are in a billion? Is 1,000 billion? Does that make a trillion?
Yes, I would think so.
Well, I think people don't realize how much money is in a billion. That would be... Okay, here's the last question, David. How many thousands are in a billion? You said there's 1,000?
Yes.
So that's
Well, 1,000 million are in a billion. Oh God.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
no,
sorry.
1,000,000s are in a billion.
A million. Okay. Yeah, and then a million, and then 1,000,000 thousands are in a billion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound right, Dave.
What?
I'm getting from Wikipedia. It says the alternative term 1,000 million is rare and is used primarily to ease understanding among non-native speakers of English. What the hell?
I don't know. Don't read that. That sounds stupid. Well, if you write a billion, you put a 1 and a comma and then 3 zeros and a comma and then 3 zeros and a comma and then 3 zeros. That's a billion. So
okay.
I don't know. I've just never done math. If anybody out there knows, did I open a chat room on Spreaker? Does anybody know?
Yes, you did.
Is there anybody in there?
Let me head over there and see.
Maybe somebody knows the answer. I just want to know how many thousands are in a billion. That's a good question. I'm just going to ask Google how many thousands are in a billion. There we go. And the answer is 1,000,000 thousands make a billion. Son of a bitch.
I wish I had that kind of money.
That means that if you have $1 billion, you have a room with 1 million stacks of $1,000 bills.
Can you imagine these films that have made billions of that have made the $1 billion mark?
Damn. I mean, that just blows my mind. There's 1 million thousands make a billion. 1,010,000 thousands make a trillion.
Wow.
That is so much money.
And we are the United States is $17 trillion in debt.
Yeah, that's messed up on so many levels.
Yep. We could stack. Someone said we could stack $10 bills, and it would round the globe 5 times.
Wow.
That's how in debt we are.
Damn.
Man. That's a ton of money. I'm sorry, I'm just in shock. I didn't realize it was that much. So I'm sitting here looking at it. 1 million stacks of. Just imagine if I said, "Here you go, Mr. Midnight Movie. Here's $1,000," and I handed you 10 $100 bills, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I say, in that room down the hall, there is 1 million of these stacks. 1 million. That is a lot of money. I don't know why we're talking about this, but it just blows my mind.
It makes me want to go out and play the lotto.
It's not a good idea.
You'll never win.
No,
Have you ever? Yeah, I mean, just what are the chances of winning? The last time I played the lotto, it was up really high. I bought about 30 tickets with a group of people, and I heard that Shaquille O'Neal bought 1,000 of them. It still didn't win. I looked up the probability, and if you take any kind of statistical course, you're better keeping that dollar in your pocket.
Yeah, in upstate New York here, it got up to 200 million, the lotto.
Yeah, and people, because a lot of people play it. I mean, it's basically feelings based. It's not based on any. It's not based on anything that's concrete. It's all based on,
probability.
Yeah, I mean the probability is nothing. It's based more on emotion because you're looking at the probability. You're not going to win.
Right. I saw one guy when it was up to 200 million, the one guy put $200 down and said, "I want this much amount of tickets."
You'll never win. You'll never win.
Yeah, it's like, are you kidding? Why would you waste $200 on something that you're not guaranteed to
It's
win?
like throwing money out there. Welcome to the show, Mr. Solution. How are you?
Hey.
Hello, Debbie and David. And my son, is that
Hey, Mr. Solution.
That is me.
What's going on, son? Hey, you guys are singing my favorite music.
Money.
Well, it's
Money.
It's actually all of our favorite music. And I said to myself, now this is a good subject. So go ahead.
So, how many thousands are in a billion, Mr. Solution?
Well, I heard what you were saying, but the way I figure it is, look, a billion, of course, are seven figures, 6 zeros, and actually you can do comma, 3 of them. And a billion would be 9, and a trillion would be 12.
Here I am on webcam, Mr. Solution. Can you see me?
No.
Look at your Skype and you can see me.
Can you go on webcam, Mr. Solution, so I can see my old man?
I've seen you.
He doesn't want to go on webcam. We're not going to make you go on webcam. I just flipped on my webcam.
Because I'll do it, Mr. Solution. I will do it if you do it. I'll go on webcam. You see what I really look like?
It's of no concern to me.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't even have a webcam. I don't care about it. I can understand that's a de minimis issue to me. But what you were saying.
But we were talking about last night. Remember I was telling you about last night about my face and how it looked? So tonight I flipped on the webcam. So if you want to see me, I'm on webcam. There I am. No big deal.
Okay. Yeah, 1,000 million would be a billion, and 1,000 billion would be a trillion. But those are astronomical numbers.
Man. That's unbelievable.
And we're $17 trillion in debt.
Right, and that's at the U.S. debt clock. But I think the thing that individuals have to deal with, there is I try to remember all these things. But there is a commercial on, and it talks about how one appliance breakdown will break the bank for most people, break their budget. You know, like a refrigerator goes out, a furnace goes out, that sort of thing. So even though we have a great level of economic prowess, I guess it has greatly declined. I should say we have. And I still say it's the best place in the world for people who don't have a legacy of wealth. You know, I talk about winning life's lottery, being born in the U.S., but I think that is the challenge for most people, and they're diverted by other bullshit instead of getting their money together. And that keeps them in a constant state of frustration and I just say stress, because lack of money is the major cause of stress. So I always, I talked about the 1 year's salary, and most financial advisors are still recommending it. Now, for retired people, they recommend 2 years' salary. But I think that's something that would keep everybody gainfully occupied instead of majoring in the bullshit. But, when you deal with race, I mean, the guys on the other station, that's all they talk about. And I know you guys talk about it a lot.
Not a problem. No, I'm joking.
Mr. Solutions, do you think if people did a better job with investing in their 401ks, people wouldn't be as depressed with not having a lot of money?
Well, I'm not sure of that, because remember, a 401k, that's delayed access. I mean, that's once you retire. So, but I do think you raise a good point. The greatest fear that most people have, especially retired people, is outliving their money. So that's a big issue.
Not here. Did y'all know that if Victor got killed today, that I would be collecting $14,000 a month?
Holy sh! I'm guessing that's a $2 million policy.
No, that's his Social Security. That's his benefits of Social Security.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait. You would be collecting how much?
Yeah, we get a thing in the mail. Do y'all get that thing in the mail? That piece of paper that says how much?
For your death benefit?
Yeah, your death benefits. And Victor's, I was like, wow, honey, just
You're gonna die.
be reckless. No, I'm joking. But it says on there, it's like, if you retire at this age, you get this. And it says, and under death benefits, it says, if you were to die today, your surviving spouse would receive blank. And I was going, did I read that right? I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
But Debbie, when I listen to you guys in discourse, now I've heard you talk about your money, your money level, and how you are financially secure and this sort of thing. But now the other people, it becomes very sketchy. And I do believe that generates a lot of their angst, is their poverty condition.
Yeah, but this is Mr. Midnight Movie and Dave. I mean, I'm just joking around, you know?
Right. Me, I don't consider myself, to have the best money situation.
Well,
but
you're
I
only
don't,
28 years old. You haven't even started your life yet.
29, actually.
29.
Yeah, true. That's a
But
good
you're
point.
working on it. But you're working.
Yes.
Right. When I
I'm
was
working
29,
on it,
I didn't
though.
have a lot of money either. So, just saying.
When I was 29, I was on my way to financial security because I always wanted to be wealthy.
Me too. I wanted
Yeah.
I wanted the brass ring, and I shot for it, and I went for it, and I worked for it, and I am proud to say I've earned every penny that we've got. I mean, I don't know.
What do you find as your biggest success, Debbie, with being financially sound?
Saving money.
Mhm.
Save money. Save money. That's what you've got to do, is save it.
Do you think it's best to save money outside of the bank and keep it in your house, or have it in the bank?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
it's your own place, but that's just me. Don't, I mean,
No,
I wouldn't do
because
that.
you better have a
Right.
big safe. I have a floor safe that's in the floor. I mean, you'll never get in. You have to have a jackhammer to get to this safe.
In the
I
bank,
don't have any kind of a safe, so I'll keep it in the bank because I don't feel like keeping it under my mattress.
Right. Well, we have money in the banks, but you know,
Because the IRS can seize your money too, and that's also, if you make enough of
well, don't go dumping on the IRS. They don't bother you if you know the system.
Right, if you don't
If you know
put
the system.
outrageous amounts on if you don't put outrageous amounts on your tax returns that give a red flag, then you won't have any problems with the IRS.
Pay your taxes. You can even
Mm-hmm.
donate. You can donate to the U.S. They accept donations to pay down that massive 17 trillion national
And can't
debt.
you write that off on your taxes as a donation?
Of course. Get a good CPA, a good tax attorney, or a good enrolled agent, and you'll be home free.
it. Now, do you think anything's going to become of this
I'm
massive
so
debt?
proud of this. How do we get into debt? I mean, would we borrow money from people? Just like if I was in debt to you guys? I mean, is that what it is?
Did we borrow too much from China or something like that? Or did we start in debt and we just kept going and going and going until we got to a couple trillion dollars in debt? Whereas if we had a smart financial advisor for the United States, we wouldn't have been in this much debt.
Yeah, if you pull up, can you guys? Am I coming in well, or am I?
Oh, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. Well, all one has to do is go to the usdebtclock.org, and they will tell you the genesis of each debt, and they also tell you how much each American's share of the debt is. I think it's about $200,000 for each one of us.
Does that include Medicare and Medicaid and health insurance and everything too?
I think that's a good question. I think that's separate. I think
Oh, okay.
that's a separate. But go to the usdebtclock.org, and all that information is there. And each one of us, like I say, each American citizen has their proportionate share, their
Exactly.
their per capita share of that debt.
You know, a great little secret for saving money is to save all your $1 bills. Anytime you have a $1 bill, stick it in a jar or in a...
Or your pennies even.
No, your $1 bills.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's even better.
You never, just say to yourself, you never spend $1 bills. And anytime you, at the end of the day, when you clean out your money, just put your $1 bills in an envelope or I have mine in somewhere. And then, like, at the end of the year, when it's time to buy Christmas presents, you can go and get it out. Or if you
go to the strip club. I'm kidding.
If you keep a check register, if you keep a check register, which I don't keep a check register because I use a check card, but if you do, you can round off each check that you enter to the nearest dollar, and you can surprise yourself with a lot of money in your checking account that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Any method of saving is good. Remember, what does it say? A penny saved is a penny earned, something of that nature.
That's what they say.
I've also heard that cash is trash.
Oh, well, that's not entirely true. Come on.
Right.
I got that from Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah, there are several people that have said that.
Did you say cash is trash? What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
He's promoting probably hard assets or some sort of fungible assets. In other words, tangible assets. He's promoting.
The view is like if you keep it for a long period of time, it's not going to be worth what it was worth when you originally
because of
inflation.
Right. And what's the inflation is a hidden tax.
I want to show y'all the coin that I found that is really worth. Here it is.
Bring it on. 50 grand potentially.
There's the top of it, the front of it.
What does it look like? I can't see anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then the back of it, the secret thing you're supposed to look for is the tail feathers underneath the eagle. I don't know if you can see it very good, but the tail feathers...
Then, isn't it that if you look in the bottom, too, of a rare coin, it has, like, the clarity on it or something like that, like a marking on it?
The tail feathers were right where I'm pointing, and it's 1878. I'll see if I can show you where it says 1878. It says it right on the bottom, right? Can you see where it says? It's kind of blurry. Wait, let me try to zoom it in.
Have you thought of getting it appraised at all, Debbie?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing is I'm getting it appraised by an appraisal company. But, I mean, it's real, but that's one of them. And then here is the other one that's amazing. This one is 1922, and it is a little bit more worn down, as you can tell. It's a little bit smoother, it's called, smoother. But this one right here, you can see every little indentation on this little baby right here. This is the one that's going to...
What would you do if the appraisal company comes back and says it's worth X amount of dollars? Are you going to keep on, hold on to it, or are you going to...
I found it in this that was in my brother's things, my little brother's things, just there with a bunch of just his little knickknacks and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Debbie, all I have is your picture. Can you put it up there where I can see it?
Oh, you can't see me on webcam?
No, I just see your picture. I'm on Skype.
Okay, let me do it one more time. Okay, I'm going to turn my webcam on. There. Wait, there it is. You can't see my webcam now?
Me neither. So.
Mr. Midnight Movie, can you see my webcam?
I did see your webcam. I'm just looking at the national debt clock.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, can you see my webcam now?
Hey, you should drink some wine while you're watching that thing. But,
Did you ever see my webcam, Mr. Solution?
I did.
No, and I'm wondering. Okay, I see your picture, and I see Dave's picture. It looks like a resort.
It does. It looks like a swimming pool.
Yep.
Is that Vegas, baby?
No, I don't know where it's from. I just like the look of it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Sure is.
and have you decided what you're gonna do with the coin if you find out that it's like?
Dave is interested in that coin. Like I am.
I'm probably just going to hang on to it and take it downtown to the safety deposit box and put it up and keep it. If the person tells me that it will continue to increase in value, then I will hold on to it,
Hold on
obviously.
to it.
But if not, then I will consider selling it to a collector.
You know, I'm going to make a comment if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there is more money, and I don't mind being proven incorrect, but I believe there's more money in coins based on a study I did years ago than there is in real estate. Did you ever thought
Yeah,
about
some coins are really rare and can go up to thousands, if not millions of dollars, some of the rare coins out there.
lots of coins are rare?
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, if you look, now I do most of this just checking it out on the internet, but the pre-65 coins, that is 64 and below, they're selling those coins now. Can you believe that? Hello?
Yeah, we're here. We're listening.
Yeah, those coins, because they're 90% silver, and that gives you a good idea of the ravages of inflation. When you look at those coins, if you pull it up, look at a dime. I think a dime is worth like $1.50 an hour. Brian was just talking about cash is trash. Now that's not true, but I understand.
I own a 1963 silver dollar or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's my grandmother had like a lot of rare coins and stuff. When she passed away, she gave them to my dad, and my dad gave us some of the coins. So I took it to a local guy, and the guy was busy like trying to lowball me. I went online and looked it up, and he's busy lowballing me a couple $100 worth, and I'm like, I took the coins back and holding on to it.
That has almost an ounce of silver.
What's it worth?
I think it depends on the condition. Oh, you're asking Dave.
Yeah, what did he say? What did he tell you?
It was a good condition coin, and he said it was worth like $200, when really online it was like around maybe $3 something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Did you have it sealed?
no.
Because if you don't, if see, this is the thing. If you have it appraised and you continue to handle it, you depreciate its value.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was holding it on the edges because they said not to hold it on the actual front of the coin.
Yeah, yes, but if you lay it down, or if
Mm-hmm.
it's handled in any way, if it's not protected and preserved, is what I'm saying, you
Mm-hmm.
actually change the value. You lower the value.
So it's a good idea to get a coin preserved to hold on to the value.
Yeah, have it graded and make sure you don't clean it. Now, I learned all this from that bald-headed guy. Does Rick Harrison look like Homer Simpson to anyone?
Well, he's got a beard.
What?
Doesn't he have a beard?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's, he's not an ugly guy. But
Who is it? Rick Harrison? Is that what you said?
Yeah, on the History
Pawn
Channel.
Stars.
Pawn Stars.
Oh, that's right.
Porn stars?
No, Pawn.
Pawn Stars.
I know.
Pawn Stars.
Mhm.
P-A-W.
Yeah.
That's a great
And
show.
I find that show to be very interesting, Mr. Solution. Some of the stuff they see coming through there. And I love the people who think they can bargain with them to try and get them up higher, when it's like it's funny how some of the people go in there expecting $30,000-$40,000 and they give them $2,000.
Yeah. Well, yeah, based on the expert's advice, and he depends heavily on his experts, and that's what makes it so academic and so interesting from a historical standpoint. And he will buy anything virtually.
Man,
Yes.
we've only been on the air less than an hour, and we already have 30 lurkers in my chat room.
Lurkers.
People that are in the chat room that aren't chatting, they're just sitting there being lurkers. Steve Rush even said the other night when I said it, he goes, I thought to myself, I'm a lurker.
How is Steve Rush, anyways?
I don't know.
Did you hear Deshaun got married?
I heard it was a train wreck, but anyway, what happened? I mean,
For real, or is this like...
I know, honest to God. He has pictures up on his Facebook wall. The girl that he married has a ring on her finger, and they were at the courthouse signing papers.
Is her name Katie D?
Whatever.
Speaking of Katie D, she blocked me on Facebook saying that I'm part of the drama with Debbie and everything.
Oh, come off it. Live your dreams.
yeah. Just it's okay. It'll be better.
Now, I keep hearing, because this debt is so massive, and the economic disaster was so bad that there isn't going to be an economic recovery. We're in a slow one, but we're not going to pull out of this thing, this kind of malaise that we're in anytime soon.
Do you think Social Security will still be alive and kicking in, let's say, 10 years?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard for years that Social Security is going to go bankrupt, and the first wave of the baby boomers, when it hits, I guess 2000. They were talking about that 2005, 2008. So none of that's happened. The gloom and doom hasn't happened. Although we have not pulled out, we're not in a strong economy.
Right.
The economy seems rather weak.
Mm-hmm.
And it still does. I mean, it's still, even though I guess things have gotten better, it's not the kind of economy that I remember in the 90s, which I was doing very well, by the way, in the 90s. Better than I am doing now.
Yeah, right now I'm struggling to find a job, and it's like, I've been trying for a good year, if not more.
Start a business, Dave. Start your own business.
Yeah. What would be a good business, though?
Yeah. Well, you have to look into yourself. But a good indicator of how the economy is doing is look around your community for the vacancies, the business vacancies. Look where businesses are and just see how many vacancies there are, how many businesses have actually folded. That's a good indicator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been a lot of businesses up here in upstate New York that haven't done so well. So, it's like, what's the point of starting a business if it's not going to be that successful up here in this area?
Oh, an entrepreneur doesn't think like that, Dave.
No.
A lot of businesses right now are doing. There are a lot more businesses now, and a lot less businesses that have folded. So, I think that there is an indicator that it's doing better, but there's still like a lot of people struggling and a lot of out of work individuals. So it still seems kind of, still seems a little bit that we haven't pulled out of the recession. I mean, we're not,
Yeah, one of the problems with many businesses, though, is they have too large of an outflow. In other words, paying for so many dollars per square foot to rent office space or store space, that sort of thing. So what people are doing is shifting to their home.
Yeah, I can tell you of a job right now you can get, David. A stay-at-home job.
Oh, yeah?
Just go to Google and type in 2 words, Alpine Access.
Ah, okay.
And I can promise you that this time Monday you will be employed, gainfully employed at home. When people like AT&T, Sprint, Verizon Wireless, when you used to call their 1-800 numbers, you would get an overseas call center. They would go,
yes,
hello,
and that's very annoying.
AT&T, how are you? May I help you, please?
Hello, very good. How are you?
Now what they did is a company called Alpine Access created a home network of home-based employees that are contract that work the call centers now for all these different companies. And they are constantly needing massive amounts of employees. And if you type into a Google search, Alpine Access, 2 separate words.
Already on it as we speak and looking
And then
up
you
their
see
careers.
at the very first thing, no, don't go to careers, go to apply now.
Okay.
And you just click on apply now and you fill out the application. And the next thing you know, they contact you for a group interview, and you go into a group interview and you get told right then there on the spot if you have the job or not.
Wow.
And it starts you off in training, you get $9.50 an hour, and it's stay at home.
Now, I love collaborating on this level. I mean, this is what really excites me.
Yeah, but it's real. And there's so many people out there that are sitting at home all day long anyway. Why not be sitting there making $10 an hour?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got to be careful how much I make because of Social Security and all that other crap.
Yeah, well, you just don't want to stop living off the government. Okay.
No, that's not the case.
What is it then?
It's because it's like I can't have more than $2,000 in my bank account at any time.
Why?
Because that's the rules the Social Security has. And if I have more than that, then they can basically say I owe them money.
So you're living off of disability, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
yes, it's not because I don't want to work.
Why did you claim disability if you feel that if you're an able body to go to work?
They said it was due to my neck surgeries and everything. The doctor thought that would be the best thing to do. So I went by his advice, and basically he signed the paperwork.
So you get an amount of money every month just for staying at home and you're not working or anything. Is that right? Is that what they call living? Is that what's draining the American what do you call it, the American whatever?
SSI?
Yeah, is that the, not Dave in particular, but aren't there a lot of people that are doing that really could be working, is what I'm saying? Not David in particular, but I'm saying.
There's people out there who are reaping off the system who think that they're disabled, but really they're not, and they're basically abusing the system to make it harder for people like me or someone else who actually really needs that money.
There are 114 million people on SSI.
Yeah,
almost 11 million.
Because I was working, paying into the system and everything until I was deemed disabled and not able to work.
There are 46 million food stamp recipients.
Damn.
Now, some of those people on SSI have earned it. In other words, they've paid into the system.
Yeah, I paid into it for a couple years, and that's how they came up with my X amount of dollars I get per month.
Right, but what I was speaking of specifically is it's a supplement. It was meant to be a supplement to employment once one retires, and that's what I'm saying is a portion of that. 10, almost 11 million people who are on SSI. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, okay. Can't you put some of that away, perhaps for retirement, Dave? Like instead of putting it in a bank account, you can put it in some of it in a specific retirement account if you do work?
I don't know if I can or can't because it's direct deposited into the bank account, and my mom is my rep payee, so I don't have any access to that money unless my mom is the one that pulls it out of the account.
But I was talking about, So what if you have a different bank account?
I could do that, but Social Security might find that out.
Oh, okay, and then you get in trouble. But no,
right.
but could you work and then put
Yes,
that money?
I can work. I can only work like 20 hours a week, and I have to call in my checks, the taxes, and everything for it. I would have to call it in every week. So because if I didn't do that and they found out, then I'd have to owe them a ton of money, kind of like Deshaun. You know how he owed SSI all that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it isn't that I don't want to work. You know, it's like I can work part time up to 20 hours. It's just trying to find the work to be able to do it. And
will you try the number that Debbie just gave?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good start. But full retirement now for Social Security, I understand, is 67.
That is correct.
Or 66 for some people.
66 and 6 months.
Right, when they were born, but 67. Yeah. Okay.
You want to hear something sad? My grandma's 84 years old, and she only gets $50 in food stamps.
Really?
Yes, she only gets $50 a month to try and live off of to get groceries.
Does she get Social Security?
Yes, she does, but she doesn't get that much Social Security because she was a stay-at-home mom for many years and didn't really go to work because my grandfather said, "Don't worry, don't bother. I'll be the sole provider of the family and everything." And he did that, and my grandma worked when my grandfather was sick in the hospital with congestive heart failure. She worked for enough years to be able to pay into Social Security to be able to get only a certain amount of money per month. I think she only gets maybe $200, I think.
A month?
Yes.
Yeah, but has she made sure, Dave, that she gets... See, what can happen with a spouse, and I've learned this from listening to the financial advisors, she doesn't have to take her... In other words, she can take her spouse's social SSI if it's larger. So maybe she needs to look into that.
Yeah, I don't know. And my grandfather was in the Korean War. I don't know if that has any help, like with veterans benefits. If she can,
she can go to the VA. I think she can go to the VA and get some. And I think she can get perhaps some veterans benefits.
Right, because they helped her with his funeral and everything when he passed, and with the headstone.
What year was your father in the Korean War? What year?
Grandfather?
Yeah.
That I really don't know what year, but all I know he was a mail carrier. He carried the mail back and forth in the Korean War, and he sent back some really nice Noritake china to my grandmother when he was in the service.
No,
and now,
your grandmother's not Chinese, is she?
No, she's not. She's Italian.
Because you said he met her in Noritake, China, or did you say Japan?
No. She's he sent her a China set.
Okay.
Yeah. And he went to Noritake, China, and got the one, climbed up the mountain where they handmade it and shipped it to her. And now Noritake, China is hard. They don't sell it anymore. They only sell replacement pieces online.
Debbie, I smell a I'm sorry. Debbie, I smell a sandwich. Are you making a sandwich?
No, I was thinking about it, though. I'm starving.
Guessing a turkey sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayo, with
There you go.
crispy bacon slices and a side of carrots and celery.
No, nope, not over here.
Or Whataburger.
I do have some
Whataburger.
French onion soup in there waiting on me.
I'm wondering if America is headed for an economic catastrophe with this debt.
Oh yes, absolutely.
If we
There's
keep
no-
going the way we are, yeah.
There's no way to ever extinguish that debt. That, in other words, 3M.
Yeah.
I'm not on it. It takes a lot of energy there, but bandwidth. Look at what each of our share is. I think it's well. Check it out. I think it's like $1 million. No, a couple of 100,000.
It's 729,000 per family.
Okay, now look at the unfunded liability, which is Medicaid, and how much more do we owe regarding it? Medicaid and Medicare.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I'm on Medicare for health insurance. I honestly, I don't.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this. It's well, it's so I'm just wondering, is all of a sudden, I mean, because if we don't have, are we going to be are we going to fall into massive debt the way Germany did, where they were spending wheelbarrows of money for a simple bag of groceries?
Oh God, I hope not.
Will the dollar become useless? I'm just thinking.
Well,
would we start to barter?
Yeah.
Not useless. It will just be depreciated. And the only reason the U.S. is still standing is because it's the world's reserve currency. Otherwise, we would have been plowed under already.
You do know that the United States debt almost doubled with Obama.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And now he's going to, I guess he's going to sign an executive order to
give welfare to the illegals.
Yeah, because that's what will happen.
Do you think once he signed in that healthcare law in the Affordable Care Act in the law, do you think that is what made it worse, our debt?
I think that added to it, sure. But look here, 3M, if you put your cursor on whatever amount, it will tell you what that amount is derived from. Are you working it that way? I mean, are you manipulating it?
Are you at the death clock, Mr. Midnight Movie?
Yeah, I'm looking at unfunded liabilities.
No, we were looking for what the individual...
No, he doesn't have to click. When you put your cursor on the debt, if you look in that top box, it'll tell you the source of the debt.
Total U.S. unfunded liabilities includes Social Security, Medicare Parts A and B and D, federal debt held by Public Plus, federal employees, and veterans benefits.
What they're doing in a lot of cities, and I think they started in California, a federal judge upheld that they could reduce the city's obligation. In other words, they could cut the salary of the retirees.
Some of these retirees are getting astronomical retirement benefits and things they did not get that you could not get in the private sector. It's outrageous.
But now,
you mean from working in the federal government? Is that what you mean by getting Social Security?
Anybody in a lot of these people in these city jobs.
Yeah, state and city also.
Yeah, state and city as well. It's outrageous.
Firefighters and policemen, they took a haircut. They were able. Was it Sacramento? Because a lot of cities are in bankruptcy. Actually,
yeah, I think was it? No, I don't know if it was Sacramento, but it was a large city that became bankrupt. And
I'm sorry. What was the epicenter of the housing debacle? Modesto? Yes. Modesto.
Was it Modesto?
Yes. And then Santa Barbara County filed for bankruptcy. And they say L.A. is on the verge of, Detroit filed for bankruptcy. They just came out. And that's where the haircut was taken by the public employees. And then they say L.A. is on the verge of filing for bankruptcy.
Wow, the student loan debt. That's huge.
Look at the where you go by state. I clicked on Texas, and then I clicked on United States U.S. light vehicle units sold, and it tells you every time a car is sold. And the most popular car is 2 million Fords, and I guess this is in Texas. I don't know. I just clicked, and there's 1.1 million Nissans and 1.7 million Toyotas and such like that. 1.2 Hondas. What is
United States California just lost a Toyota plant. I think it was in Torrance to Texas.
Up here in New York State, they sold 256,939 Lexuses.
Oh, they lost Tesla too. Tesla went to Nevada.
Our state's not good for business. Or the state I'm in and you're in, it's not good for business.
Did you guys hear about Tesla? Even though they're... Can you still hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Fine.
Yeah, even though Tesla's headquarters is in California. Actually, I think it's in the Valley, Silicon Valley.
Somebody just bought a Jeep.
Yeah, right here in upstate New York, 597,677 people are unemployed. Food stamp recipients are 3,064,173 people.
Right, and just think of what will be when they add, 10 million illegals? And I don't know why Obama has a wild hair up his ass to do this. I guess they think they're going to garner votes. But the Republicans are for it too. Remember, Bush tried to do it.
Take a listen to this. It's Obama record of broken promises. This is really good. I've heard this before. Take a listen, everybody.
This was the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow and our planet began to heal.
It was the most memorable time of my life. It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's going to help me.
In 2008, I tried to only make promises that I could keep or work on keeping. That's why today I'm pledging to cut the deficit we inherited by half by the end of my first term in office.
It has increased $4 trillion under Obama, it says. That's why don't listen to a damn thing that these politicians say when they're making their bullshit promises.
They're full of shit. They say one thing and they do something totally different.
Exactly. In February of 2009, the deficit was $10 trillion. And now it is $15 trillion. In July of 2012, it was $15 trillion. And he also promised to keep unemployment below 8%.
All of them have projects that are shovel-ready.
We've got shovel-ready projects all across the country. Shovel-ready transportation projects already approved in Colorado.
Unemployment soared over 8%, and it has stayed over 8% for 41 months in a row. It's 8.2 right now.
Shovel-ready was not as
shovel ready as we expected.
And don't forget about the Obama phones either.
He also promised American jobs.
Not a day goes by that I'm not focused on your jobs, your hopes, and your dreams. And most of all, I would wake up every single day and spend every waking hour thinking about you.
His job council hasn't met in 6 months.
Do you think Obama's a bad president?
No, there's no specific reason, except the president's obviously got a lot on his plate.
He played more golf as a president than any other golf before in the history of the world. The unemployment rate is the worst since World War II under his
If I don't have this done in 3 years, then there's going to be a one-term proposition.
This is the worst economic recovery America has ever had.
Nice thing about the situation I find myself in is that I will be held accountable.
Thomas Paine is reported to have said, "Lead, follow, or get out of the way." Well, Mr. President, you were elected to lead. You chose to follow. And now it's time for you to get out of the way. 3 years ago, this week, a newly elected President Obama faced the American people, and he said, look, if I can't turn this economy around in 3 years, I'll be looking at a one-term proposition, and we're here to collect. If this election is a bidding war for who can promise the most goodies...
Sorry, you didn't win.
Did you listen to his last speech? The best thing I heard out of his last speech is that he's not going to try and run again. Because he said, legally he can't, but then again, he said he doesn't want to be president anymore.
Right. He said that if he didn't turn it around after his first term, that he would basically step down.
He should have done that a long time ago.
I hope that somebody can step in and I mean, I just think that there's a way to fix this. I just do. I don't know why. I just do.
Have you ever heard of the name Trey Gowdy? Look him up, Deb. He's been on the Benghazi board, grilling people with questions. I think he might be a good president, Trey Gowdy, because he's done a lot of on these boards.
I like Ben Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to listen to the greatest moments of presidential speeches? I think this is one of the funniest videos I've ever heard in my life. Have y'all ever
I'm going to
heard
head
this?
to bed, guys. I can barely concentrate on
I'll
my
hear the president.
My room is spinning like a merry-go-round.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll hear the presidential speeches, and with that, I'll go to bed. So let's lay that out. How long is it?
40 seconds.
Oh, good.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to listen in the chat room, Deb, all right?
Let's hear it. Speeches. Let's go.
A full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan.
We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Finally, I want to spend some time talking about securing this country.
Sorry, that was just David Letterman's little take on it.
That's kind of funny.
Debbie,
Poor Bush.
Debbie, the only one with a lower approval rating than the president is Congress.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. I don't personally have anything personally against Barack Obama. I think he's funny. I think he's got a lot of, on a personal, I think he's got a lot of good qualities, but I just don't think he's done very good at running this country. I just don't.
I think he seems like to be more of an ideologue than a person who's I don't want to say because I think Clinton was more of a politician, and he knew when he was beat. Clinton had been beaten before when he was governor, and when he got the shellacking with the Congress, he saw the writing on the wall and he became more conservative. I don't think Obama's going to do that. I think Obama's going to fight.
Yeah, because he's still threatening to give the illegals amnesty.
I think he'll do that,
and that's going to add hugely to the national debt.
Yeah.
I want to show y'all the greatest speech I think ever made, which was by Charlie Chaplin. Have you ever heard this speech? It's epic. Take a listen and stop chewing gum. I hear you chewing gum.
The dictator of Tomania, the conqueror of Austerlitz, the future emperor of the world. Speak. I can't. You must. It's our only hope. I'm sorry. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves. but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Oops, what did y'all think about that? That's one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard.
I saw that film the first time, I think, in 1980 at the New Art Theater. I saw that with a double feature of Modern Times. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. I'm going to bed.
Good night there, fella. Yeah, he
Good night.
sounded as I agree with what many of the things he said, but he sounds as if he was on speed.
Well,
he was a very fast talker. Even though he didn't talk much in many of his films, he was a very energetic human being.
No, I'm sorry, cocaine. Cocaine.
Cocaine.
You say you speak real rapidly when you're on cocaine. Is that true, Debbie?
If I can remember correctly, I think so.
That is true. That's why Hitler spoke the way he did.
Really?
And he was mimicking Hitler, is what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what he's dressed like.
Yeah. Well, because actually Hitler got the mustache and his look from Charlie Chaplin, and then Charlie Chaplin says, "Well, I'm going to show you," and made a film about made a movie, I guess, mocking him. And Hitler was I heard he was a meth addict, and a lot of the German soldiers were on meth, as well as our U.S. soldiers. We gave them a form of methamphetamines for maneuvers. Anyway, I got to get myself to bed, so I'll bid you guys adieu.
All right, good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Solution, have you ever heard the opening speech on the newsroom? It's pretty amazing, too. Let's listen to that one. It's pretty amazing, speaking of speeches.
Can you say in one sentence or less what... you know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis? Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will? The New York Jets.
No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
Well, Lewis and Sharon said it. Diversity and opportunity and freedom.
I'm not letting you go back to the airport without answering the question.
Well, our Constitution is a masterpiece. James Madison was a genius. The Declaration of Independence is, for me, the single greatest piece of American writing. You don't look satisfied.
One's a set of laws and the other's a declaration of war. I want a human moment from you. What about the people? Why is America
Not the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of her paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always? Hey! And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yet you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is There is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite? Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
Do you agree with that speech, Mr. Solution? I certainly do.
Boy, let me see. There is a difference, and I guess I would have to do a little bit of research. And I am biased, obviously, living here, so what are you saying? He was saying the U.S. of the 200 nations in the world, that roughly 200, that 180 have freedom, and he mentioned France, Spain.
Australia.
Those are more or less closed economies, though, aren't they? They are a little bit more closed. I don't think they promote the freedom of speech, freedom of individual liberty. I think there is some cultural difference. What do you think about it? You spent time in Spain, right?
Mm-hmm. I think.
So
I can't speak for Spain specifically, but I do believe every word he said, especially when he said, "You are a member of the worst."
Party girl. Just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know, and one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you...
Worst generation ever. That I will agree.
Yeah, but a lot of those stats are not that bad. I mean, being
27th in math? That's pretty bad if you think about it. We're just not teaching. The teachers in this country aren't teaching. I mean, I witnessed that firsthand. The education system in this country is the worst on the planet, I believe. One of the worst.
Okay, but that's 27 out of what?
Well, he's comparing it to the other countries.
Right, but how many? Do you recall how many?
I'm sure every country on the planet.
No. I understand that, but
What?
but how many are there? In other words, let's give that number a little bit of identity. 200. 27 out of 200.
There are.
He said we were fourth in what? Something about economics. Play it again.
It's an interesting speech, and I love it. Okay, here we go. Right here.
Smart, how come they lose so goddamn always? Hey. And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom.
All right.
And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is, there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, he said 3rd in income. Those stats, I mean, okay, great. Not the greatest, but still great. 3rd in income? That's pretty good.
7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 107th in infant mortality.
Now that's bad. That's out of 208. He said there were 200. I thought there were 200, but you know, countries.
Right. I think that's what he said. There were 207 sovereign states. 100, right. One out of that, 180 are free, are considered
free, yes.
Right.
So we're not that bad overall. I mean, being 7th out of 200.
There's 193 members of the United Nations, but I'm not sure that there are. I think there's right at 200 countries on the planet, I'm sure.
Well, he said 208. I thought it was 200 when I checked last time, according to the IMF.
That's
but nevertheless...
There's 196 countries in the world.
Okay, 196. Well, those stats aren't that bad. I mean, being number 7 out of 200.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. And number 3 in per capita income, which... I mean, one can be as free as they want. If you don't have any money, you're busted.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good luck with your freedom buying some, filet mignon.
Exactly. Yeah, I've always liked that speech. I think where he says, "Hey, sorority girl," just in case you happen to stumble into a voting booth one day. It's amazing how many people don't vote, you know?
Right, that's true. Hey, look, I want to make quick reference to something he said, an extrapolation. Look, some of those Scandinavian countries, they have high drug use. I was looking at a documentary on Drug Inc., and it was pointing that out. I don't know if it was anyway, but I noticed a lot of them have a high standard of living. But I think overall the U.S. is pretty good.
Yeah. I'm looking.
I mean, there's improvement. There are areas of improvement, without a doubt. But I think those numbers are not that bad. I mean, they're not at the top, but they're not even, quarter of the way down, most of them. So that's pretty good.
We have 316 million. We're ranked third in population. We're ranked 10th in GDP per capita, which is 49, basically 50,000.
50,000?
Yeah, 49,965 to be exact. We're ranked 10th. And then, excuse me, right, let's see, in military, let me see what we're doing in military. In military, we have, we are first out of 11. I don't understand what they mean by that.
First out of 11?
I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I wonder how many people, I don't know, it's hard to understand what they're trying to say here. They says, top stats, Air Force 3,318, Army 6,417. I think we have a small Army. Can you compare, our Army doesn't compare to China.
No.
God.
But however, when you compare technology, though, although China is their Navy, they're building up their Navy, and so on and so forth. We have a lot of weaponry, and like he said, we spend a lot. We outspend virtually every nation on defense.
Well, as far you were talking about, let's talk about crime. The number one murder with firearms is South Africa, and then Colombia, and then Slovakia, and then Thailand, and then El Salvador, then the Philippines, Zimbabwe, Albania, Europe, in the United States. We're in 10th.
Wow. Well, that's I wish.
That's not very good. No, that's not very good.
But you recall the Blade guy? Now, I don't know what happened to him. Blade Runner that shot his girlfriend to death in South Africa.
Very sad. Now, as far as public debt is concerned, Japan in 2014 ranks number one in debt with 214.3 CIA. What is that CIA? CIA stands for, I can't remember what it stands for. It stands for, I can't remember what it stands for. And then Japan, Greece, Lebanon, Jamaica, Italy, Portugal, Iceland, Ireland, Singapore, Belgium, United Kingdom, France, Sudan, Spain, Egypt, Canada, Barbados, Sri Lanka, Hungary, St. Lucia. United States is number 35.
Now, they have more debt than the U.S.?
Yeah, it's this is public debt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's
so
amazing.
We're not as bad off as they are.
No. But I'm looking it up. It says Afghanistan's economy is recovering from decades of conflict. That's amazing. I'm just looking them up. You can look them up, each country. I'm going to see what it says about the United States. I'm scrolling down.
They are at the U.S. debt clock also.
Yeah, I had that pulled up too. That's pretty amazing. That's an amazing thing. Did you know that there is a clock? I mean, not a clock, but there is. I want to show you this website that Victor showed me. It is the. It is a map of disease outbreaks, and it is the most amazing. It's called the healthmap.org.
Is that at the CDC? Is that at the CDC website?
You have to see this. It's health. Let me see if this is it. Hold on, this is it. Okay, go to healthmap.org. It's one word, healthmap.org. And then you can click and see what's going on. It's the entire world. And you just hover over one of to see what what it says, what's going on. It's healthmap.org.
Oh, I can't move on mine.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
If
well.
I do, it will just go haywire. More than likely.
You need to get a Macintosh.
Yes. I mean, I have it under consideration.
We have rabies.
Yeah, I'm going to get that with my test.
You are definitely going to, you really need to get a Macintosh. I mean, it's just crazy. We have an outbreak of chronic wasting disease that just happened today in North Carolina. We have whooping cough. Rabies broke out in Atlanta. Another rabies broke out in Georgia. Ebola broke out in, I'm trying to zoom in here. Ebola broke out in, oh, there we go. Now I'm zoomed in. Okay, I see. Oh, okay.
Quick question on your Mac. How long are they expected to last?
They just last. I've had this one I'm on right now for 5 years.
5 years, okay.
And I've never had a problem with it. It's just cruising along. Looking at the United States, wow. You can just see, all you do is just hover over it and it tells you what's going on. Whooping cough in Arizona. New Mexico, we've had whooping cough. A lot of rabies. Interesting. Yeah.
What's the source of rabies?
I'd have to click on it and see. There's rabies everywhere.
I got
I
you.
don't know. It's just called healthmap.org. Victor's told me about that before. That's pretty interesting.
I haven't heard the rabies out.
I haven't either. The United States debt clock it never stops, Mr. Solution. It just keeps rolling.
That's what I say. You need a glass of wine and some cheese and crackers and just sit back and watch that thing.
It never stops. It never stops.
I mean, it's constantly in motion. And if you look how fast the $100 are clicking up.
The 10,000.
And yeah, and to get to $1 trillion, I mean, that thing's working day and night.
Damn. Going back to 1980 on the debt clock, our federal, wow. The total United States debt was $4 trillion in 1980. And then you can go, and if you click on the future, in 2018, it's expected to be $59 trillion, sir.
And Debbie, one has to adjust for inflation. If you go to another good resource is the Federal Reserve out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. They have what is that called? Yes, an inflation calculator.
Mm-hmm.
And the dollar was worth more. They say since 2003, the dollar has lost like 39% of its purchasing power. So even though the dollars they're more now, they buy less. So they bought more, 30 years ago. That's what we were talking about earlier, inflation. So it has to be adjusted for inflation.
How come it says in 2008 the United States total debt was $50 trillion?
Because it was. Wait a minute. It says 50.
Yes, at the usdebtclock.org. If I click on this day in 2008, it says $50 trillion.
Yeah, but it's not that now. It's only 17 trillion now.
So
you mean billion?
No, trillion.
Real?
Yes.
But it couldn't have been that because it's only if you look, it's in the left-hand corner. It's only 17 now. That's the current.
I'm looking at U.S. total debt. It says in the very middle, it says $59 trillion, but on the top left, it says U.S. national debt is $17 trillion.
Oh, okay.
Total debt per citizen is $56,000.
Right. Okay, I see. Different.
Wow, that's amazing. And no, I'm at 2014. Now, in gold and precious metals, I just clicked on, it's, wow, wow, we have a lot of gold. The United States is leading all countries in gold holdings and world precious metals and all of that. We're leading everything.
A lot of people would disagree with me, like Senator Ron Paul, and
really,
because they've never audited the Fed. So they say the gold is really not there. It's been shifted. It's been spent away. So we may or may not have it. I don't know.
Do you ever invest? Do you recommend investing in coins? I know a lot of people do.
Well, there can, in a diversified portfolio, they can have a place. I think about 5%, which is recommended, but no more than 10%, 5 to 10%.
I don't understand why. I mean, I just don't see myself in my lifetime seeing another 1929. I don't see another crash. Do you? Can you see that happening?
Oh boy, if I can see that.
Seriously, can you imagine another complete just crash?
No.
I can't either.
Yeah, not like that. And the reason for that would be we have a lot of what they call social safety nets. So no, not like that. The suit lines and all that really be not. Now, some people are predicting that. I mean, I listen to the boomers also. So, but I think it would never reach that level.
Have you ever heard of a film called Something the Lord Made?
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's the true story of a black man, a wonderful black man that was a carpenter, and he went on to Johns Hopkins Hospital as an assistant to the main surgeon, and he himself discovered the open heart surgery to cure the blue baby syndrome.
Seems like I've seen a documentary.
His name escapes me for a moment, but I actually contacted Johns Hopkins Hospital, and I was responsible for having them change his name from his name was I can't think of his name, to putting doctor in front of it, because they gave him an honorary doctorate. They never would give him a doctorate. It's one of the most touching films I've ever seen in my life. It's called Something the Lord Made. What was his name? I forgot. But the reason I bring it up is because in that film, he goes to, and it's a true story, he goes to the bank and they tell him, the bank is closed, all your money is gone.
They told a lot.
They did what?
A lot of people were talking about it in the 29 stock market crash.
I believe it was, I can barely hear you because there's so much static on the line.
You said in the 29 stock market crash, I think a lot of people were told.
It was. It says, Something the Lord Made tells the story of the 34-year partnership that begins in the Depression in 1930 when Dr. Blaylock hires Thomas as an assistant in his Vanderbilt University lab, expecting him to perform janitorial work. But Thomas's remarkable manual dexterity and intellectual acumen confound Blaylock's expectations, and Thomas rapidly becomes indispensable as a research partner to Dr. Blaylock in his foray into heart surgery. And it's pretty amazing, the film, but it's definitely a feel-good film. There's no doubt about it. It's amazing. But they only had him listed as Vivian Thomas. on the website, and I contacted them and I said, you need to change that to Dr. Vivian Thomas, and it was changed.
Oh. I did hear about that. Now that you mention it, there was, there have been some documentaries on it.
It's a wonderful film directed by Alan Rickman. No, it's directed by Joseph Sargent. It stars Alan Rickman as Dr. Blaylock. It's an amazing film, very touching. And when he invents the pump, Dr. Blaylock looks at it and says, that looks like something the Lord made. That's where they get the name of it. So, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if you were still there or not. This has been an interesting discussion. I'm going to see if I turn on my webcam now with those two gone, if you can see me on webcam. I don't know if you can or not. Let me see. Can you see me?
Yes.
You can see me?
But not webcam, no. It's just a larger picture.
That's crazy because I'm on webcam. My hair's in my face.
You know, if I click on anything with this crazy Skype, I'm not going to click on anything, but it just has your picture.
Oh, you should be able to see me on webcam.
No, your picture is covering the entire page, almost.
Really? Huh. I don't know why. It's not working, but there I am anyway, for whatever it's worth. Maybe you have something on your Skype clicked where you can't see webcams or something. I don't know.
No, it's weird. See, I didn't get the updates. Did you?
No, I won't update my Skype. I refuse to do that.
I didn't find the updates.
Updates don't work for me. Does anybody out there know why Mr. Solution would not be able to see my webcam on Skype? I bet you've got something clicked.
No, it asked me, and I did click it to accept the video, but it didn't show it.
Oh, I'll try it again. Okay, here we go. And click. There. Now it's on. Do you get the question to accept? Can you see me? No? Here I am. Ta-da! No?
Are you out there?
I'm right here. See? Here I am. Because you've never seen me before. And we talk all the time. But I have on my headphones, which makes my hair look
Where's your
really...
webcam? Wait a minute. You are. Where's your webcam?
On Skype. In our group conversation. Go to the group conversation. Click on the group call that we're in. The group call. Click on that. Maybe that's what it is.
Wait a minute. You have you said you have a webcam, right?
Watch, I'm going to do something. Hang up. I'm going to call you back on a video call. Watch. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm going to call only Mr. Solution back on a video call. Call phone. How do I do that? Call. I can't call him on. Wait a minute. All right. I see what you just got through saying. I'll do that. Pick up Mr. Solution. Mr. Solution? Mr. Solution, you mullet. Pick up. There you are. Hi.
Hello?
It didn't tell me to, it didn't give me the option of
Hello?
There's Apocalypse is coming on the call with us. Okay, let me see if Apocalypse, can you see my webcam?
Let me see. Yes, I do.
You can. I don't understand why Mr. Solutions can't see my webcam.
I don't know.
Have a Mac.
What's that poster behind you?
That is Howard Stern. Private Parts.
Oh, no.
It's actually autographed by Howard Stern, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Debbie, I have a question when you finish with Apocalypse. Hi, Apocalypse.
Hello.
A webcam, what's the brand name of yours? Where did you get yours?
Mine is Logitech.
Oh, Logitech.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, here I am.
And you have it aimed at is it wide angle? What is it?
I don't know. It's just right here. I can move it anywhere I want around the room. It's detachable. So I can do really anything with it, you know? I look weird with these headphones on, though. That's what makes me look so strange is when I have those headphones on. If I take those headphones off, I look a little bit more normal than I do with them on.
Do you ever try it without the headphones?
I can hear y'all, but you're down there on my chair now. My hair looks crazy today. Wow.
Do they have a webcam that's built into a computer? I mean, must you buy one of those all the time in order to do videos?
Yeah, I have a built-in webcam on my Macintosh, but this one just works better for me. I look stupid with my glasses on, too.
Yeah, most
So in other words, if we both had a webcam computer, then we would need an extra webcam.
Is there something, Apocalypse, that maybe he's got clicked on his computer, on his Skype, where he can't see me or something?
That's a good question. Well, let me look real quick. See.
Yeah, in my new office here, this is in the new house. In my new office, I have an autograph poster. Let me see if you can see it over there of. Wait a minute. It's of the Terminator. Now you know I'm going to have to show you the autograph I have of the Three Stooges. That's amazing. So let me move over there. I'll be right back.
Did you say Terminator?
The Terminator?
Wasn't that a good movie? I mean, how many? There were, what, 2, maybe 3 versions, 3 series?
Terminator 2 is the poster that I have autographed. Terminator 2. And then I have, but my prized possession, I'd have to admit, is the autographed picture of the Three Stooges. That's pretty awesome. They're pretty rare, I hear. And the one I have is of all 3 of them. Curly, Larry,
Yeah,
and
that Terminator 2, I mean, that was some interesting special effects.
when the guy was silver, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and others too. I mean, his riding the motorcycle in the. I know that place, or at least one very similar, because we ride on that. The LA levee or riverbed. Not in the riverbed. We ride up on the upper ledge.
Okay, I just turned on the light here in the room. Now let me put the webcam back on. I'm standing up and I'm not at my desk. I hope you guys can hear me. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Now, let me ask you, Mr. Solution, if you go to Skype, if you click on that button, then you click on privacy, and then you click on privacy settings, and then one of the options says automatically receive video and share screens with, make sure you have contacted with people in my contact list only.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Apocalypse. I do have audio, so
Okay.
I'm not going to push my luck right now because my computer will easily drop the ball.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have a Mac. Do you have a Mac?
No.
Well,
do
you
have
said
pretty good-
Macs. I do think, Debbie, I've heard about Macs. I do think they are.
my Terminator 2 poster where he's autographed that?
They are better.
Oh,
do you
damn.
have a Mac, Apocalypse?
No, I don't. I have a Hewlett Packard.
Oh. Do you consider Macs better?
Yeah, they probably are a bit better, I would admit.
And they cost more too, so I would suspect they're better.
That's another problem with them. Yeah, you have to pay a little bit more for them.
I'm showing y'all stuff in my office. There's my paperwork. And there's Howard Stern, and there's Scarface, The Terminator, my couch where I do all of my psychoanalysis of everybody in jars. There's the tour of my grand office, and here's my Mac. Yeah, here's my Mac that I use, Mr. Solution, and you can see from the back. It's all built in right in here. This is Intel computer. It's all in here.
Hey, you definitely have me thinking, so when this one has breathed its last...
And here's the MacBook Pro that I was telling you guys about that I have right here. Here's my laptop.
I may get a Mac. I think Debbie's whole family supports Mac.
And here's my board.
But Debbie, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I think that going back to that, what you were playing earlier about those clips of the U.S., I would give the U.S. probably a B in standing in the world. At least a B, maybe a B plus. Would you be comfortable with that?
A B plus for the nation altogether?
Yeah, among nations of the world, I would say about a B, B plus.
Agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. I think that's fair. Absolutely, a B plus. Absolutely.
Now, who would you say is markedly better?
Remarkably better in economy or just overall?
Well, overall.
I would have to say, as far as having their shit together, it would have to be. Why am I pressed to say China?
Huh? Hello?
Yes. Why are you shocked to hear that? I mean, I can back that up with some statistics. Not statistics, but just my overall hardline opinion on it. Look at me trying to sit down. And that is their education system, for one thing. Their... God damn it.
Shit, China? China is not even first world yet.
Right. I understand that, but... I think that their education system is phenomenal. I mean, I'm just telling you my opinion. That's all I can say. What do you think is a better country, Apocalypse? What do you think is a country? Yes, I know I cut all my hair off. Isn't it gross?
Are we talking about what's a rising star right now, or what is the best country right now?
A rising star.
I would say probably Russia, because Putin is investing in a lot of those second world nations, and he's just... I know a lot of people don't like him right now, but a lot of people do. They like that machoism of him, and so I think we'll see a lot more of Putin. I think he might be... I think they're going to do another Cold War or something soon, so we'll just see how that plays out.
What
But
do you think about what he said in regards to nuclear weapons?
Oh, I didn't hear that. What did he say?
Oh, he's got an entire arsenal of mass destruction weapons that will... He has 5,000 to our 200. That was released today on the AP Wire. I don't have my contacts in, so I can't see. These are my glasses, I know. Mr. Midnight Movie was calling me Four Eyes. I read an article off the AP Wire that was quite bothersome. It was, where did it go? It was about that exact...
I heard him say that to you.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. They were talking about Putin's. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. Putin's. I'm sorry. Just did something wrong. I clicked clear history. Show full history. Okay. I'm just stammering here, but hold on just a second. It was nuclear war. Russia shocks United States. Russia is in possession of strategic nuclear weapons far more advanced than the United States, and it will continue to lead the game with its new generation of missiles, according to a comprehensive report from the Russian political newspaper called Pravda. It looks like Prada with a V in the middle of it. Indeed, if World War III were to erupt suddenly, Russia's Vladimir Putin will win hands down. This is off the AP Wire. Just at the time I read it, it was about 4 hours old. Right now it's about 6 hours, almost 6 hours old. The report, titled Russia Prepares for Nuclear Surprise for NATO, claims that Russia was able to amass its massive nuclear power because the U.S. has been dismissive and neglectful in achieving innovations in decades after winning the Cold War. Specifically, the United States has closed the possibility of developing high-precision long-range weapons that could eradicate enemies without even coming in direct contact with them. Then it goes on to say that Russia has long-range cruise missiles of a new generation that will soon be deployed on submarines in the Black Sea and in the Caspian Sea. Now, the United States has 200 bombs with an overall capacity of 18 megatons located in Germany, Italy, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Turkey, and France. In Turkey. France has 60 atomic bombs, as outlined by the report, and Russia has 5,000 pieces of different classes of tactical nuclear weapons, from Iskander warheads to torpedoes to aerial and artillery warheads. So.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Don't piss off the Russians.
Those just act as deterrents.
It looks that way, even though the United States is, they're not believing it. It says they don't buy the idea that Russia has the capability of deploying long-range bombers. And I've always told the kids, relax. If something was released, we have missiles that would go up and get rid of it, right? No?
No, Israel has the dome system. What do you call it? The dome system that they can protect themselves because it's such a smaller country. We don't have something like that.
We don't?
No.
I guess I've just been watching too much of the movie War Games.
But I don't see us ever fighting Russia. I think it'll just be, just the leaders kind of talking tough on each other because they're part of the global economy, and that would disrupt their world, pretty bad if, things got out of hand. So I just don't see us really anything more than a minimal conflict. I don't see happening.
I don't worry about it on a daily basis. I mean, I don't think about it, to be honest with you. I don't. That's just me. Do you worry about the possibility of war breaking out, Mr. Solution, at all?
I don't. Not now. No.
I don't either.
But I just thought, I was thinking about that recently. We, after following everyone born after World War II, it's been relatively peaceful. We have an all-volunteer military right now. So we have experienced a lot of peace. But at the same time, you think, that's very primitive, that we need all these weapons. And I'm talking about everybody. So it just shows we've not advanced a whole lot in certain areas, certain critical areas. We're still very undeveloped. And if there were, how should I say, visitors from wherever, why would they want to come in contact with a hostile world?
What would you say was the cause of World War II?
World War II? There's an exact cause. I don't remember what it was. But it was Hitler.
That's my mustache. Yes, exactly. It was Hitler, right?
Invading
France, right?
Trying to well, England. He invaded. He was going to take over the world. But see, he was on drugs. Like I say, I haven't studied a lot about.
That's not an excuse.
Excuse me.
Is that an excuse? Well, I mean, he was pretty messed up on drugs. He was on heroin, and wasn't he on methamphetamine?
He was crazy. Have you seen him speaking? He was hysterical.
I don't understand.
It was crazy.
And he had those concentration camps and stuff, didn't he?
Of course, but people were following him, and it wasn't so much Hitler. It was all the people that followed him and aided and abetted him. I mean, it's outrageous what people do.
Man.
Or will do.
Unbelievable. I can't even hardly read about things like the concentration camps and stuff. It's too hard to imagine. I mean, it's just, I can't, my mind doesn't go there. I don't know about you guys, but my mind does not even go there. To think that they were loading families up on trains, and the families knowing that they were on their way to be gassed. God. Yeah,
Not only that, did you know all those countries in Europe participated? They gave those people, they turned them in, they turned them over to Hitler.
Man.
So, I mean, that was, and the U.S. too. The U.S. Was involved in that too.
Mm-hmm. Here's my crack pipe that they always talk about me hitting, Apocalypse, in the chat room. Now, she's hitting a crack pipe. It's this. Listen to it. Listen to it sizzle. Watch.
Is it battery operated?
It is. And when I try to take a puff off of it, it goes. Can you hear it sizzle?
Yeah. That is
She's
funny.
hitting a crack pipe. I'm not hitting it. It's this thing. It sizzles like a crack. I don't know what a crack pipe sounds like. But there's.
So how does it? I'm sorry. How does it make you feel? And do you add nicotine? Can you add nicotine to the mix, the pipe?
It's there's oil in it. It's right there. There's a little reservoir that has oil, and it changes the oil, which has got glycerin. Isn't it glycerin? I don't know. And somehow, this is all the battery. All this is battery. All this whole thing right here is all battery. And the oil gets on this little heat mechanism, and it turns it into a vapor. So I'm actually just inhaling like a water vapor that has nicotine in it. And the oil tastes like cigarettes. So that's the whole concept right there.
And that's supposed to wean you away from cigarettes?
Or you have the blue, right here I have these, which are electronic cigarettes, they look like this and like this. And this pack I have, it has rechargeable. There's a battery unit in there that'll recharge the battery, which on these, the battery is this little thing right here. This little piece right here is the battery, right here. And then you put it together like this, and you just turn it and screw it together like that, and you have an electronic cigarette like this. It has a blue light. Can you see the blue light?
That's cool looking.
And it tastes so good. It is amazing. This whole kit right here, you can get it anywhere. I'm like a commercial for this. This is called the starter pack, and there's 2 cigarettes in there. There's 2, whatever you call it, that little thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $25. And it's
not bad.
It's the #1 electronic cigarette out there as far as flavor goes. It is really a nice flavor. So, whatever.
Now, when's the last time you smoked a cigarette?
Oh, let's see, about 45 minutes ago. No. Sorry. I know, I'm horrible.
Does your family get on you for smoking the cigarettes, or no? Those look like fancy.
I know, it's horrible. I have to totally quit them. It's ridiculous. I shouldn't. Oh, I'm going to show Apocalypse the coin I found. I found this box in the attic over at this house that I owned that actually belonged to my father and my mother, that now my daughter lives in. It was actually a house that I bought in '89, and my mom and dad rented it. Well, anyway, that sounds kind of shitty, but anyway, up in the attic we found a box with a bunch of just stuff in it, and I found this box, opened it up, and there were all these coins in it, and I can tell it belonged to my little brother because he saved a lot of the coins from when him and I used to go bowling, and it's got his little oil rig pin that my grandfather got him because my grandfather had oil rigs. But anyway, I found a coin in it that we looked at. We looked them all up, but this one was dated 1878, and here is the front of it. If you can see where it says 1878 right there, kind of where right down here. I don't know if you can see it. And the back of it is what really, it's got the tail feathers on the bird. We looked it up and it was like, I was like, that can't be right, Vic. That can't be right. And it was like, and whatever. So
Be sure you put that coin in like a plastic sleeve or something. They have covers for those coins just in case.
that's what the man. Oh, I heard from that guy, and that guy is hooking that the guy at the Littleton Coin Company wants me to take it down to a place downtown Dallas to meet with a guy that's going to look at them, all this kind of stuff like that. He said, do not clean them. Do not do anything to them. Because I was going to clean it. It's got some tar. I was going to put like in Tarnex or something. You know, but he said,
yeah.
And even Mr. Solution said, didn't you say not to do that, Mr. Solution? He keeps himself on mute sometimes. Are you still there, Mr. Solution? Anyway, even he was saying earlier not to clean them, so.
Yeah, I almost lost. Yes, can you hear me?
You're eating something. I know you.
Oh, no, I'm not. Well, I ate a nice meal earlier. But no, right. You should never clean anything of some sort of historic value. Old bald-headed Rick talks about that all the time. If you clean it, you take away its value, whether it's a gun, anything. Don't clean it. No.
I don't know. I ordered some of these little plastic things that you put the dollars in, the silver dollars in. So anyway, do you know what they mean by the eagle has landed? Have you ever heard the eagle has landed? No.
Yes.
Well,
that means some. Hello.
It means what?
Some authority representing the U.S. has touched down.
Well, on the 50-cent pieces that were made, this one is a Kennedy 50-cent $50. The eagle has landed. And on all the other ones that are prior to Kennedy's administration, the eagle is in flight coming down, and it's like fixing to land. And on the Kennedy $50, they had the eagle landed.
Right. That's the national symbol, right? The bald eagle.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Yeah. And then we have this. This is the one I was telling you about, Apocalypse, that's called the Peace thingy. This one's worth about $6,000. It's got Lady Liberty walking. She's walking. And on the back it has the eagle the eagle is also walking. Can you see where he's walking? That makes this one, and this one is 1935. Lady Liberty's walking, and the eagle is also walking. I thought to myself, how could an eagle be walking? But I'll be dadgum if you don't look, and the eagle is actually walking on it. So, I don't know. My brother was obviously just very, very... I mean, I'm sure my grandfather gave these to my younger brother, and I read last night on air, I read the news article claiming that they had come back with a ruling, because anytime anybody gets killed with a gunshot wound to their head, they have to make sure They do all these tests on. This was the article that I had read in the newspaper. That.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I know. Look how old that is. Isn't that cool? And it rules my brother's death accidental. They have a way because it just barely. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that, but. See, I never make stuff up. If I'm telling you that I'm reading a magazine article, I'm reading a magazine article. If I'm saying I've got a coin that's 1878, I have a coin that's 1878. I never bullshit. I can back up anything, right? I can. And I don't smoke a crack pipe. I actually do this, and it just sizzles like a crack pipe. So shut up, RD. And no, that's Barco always says she's hitting a crack pipe. But he's got some people on Spreaker going, she hits a crack pipe on air.
Well, yeah, he's obviously just joking, though. But
I don't know if he was or not, but I guess
yeah.
It does sound like that, though, if you think about it. So.
Oh, it does. That sizzling. Yeah, it definitely does.
But it sizzles whenever you do it.
Yeah.
Shut up, it does.
Oh, no.
Can you hear it? No?
Yeah.
Mr. Solution sizzles when he talks. Victor just sent me a text message that says...
If you hit a crack pipe, I don't think you would be talking to us.
Victor says Apocalypse sounds... Oops. Come back, Victor. Vic says Apocalypse sounds great.
He called me Apocalypse. I'm Apocalypse. I'm offended.
He says Apocalypse. He's a mullet. He's not home. I'm home all by myself. I always stay locked in my... I have the door locked over there, Gunner's over there. I'm just like... I hate when I'm by myself. But, well, I'm glad y'all called in tonight. I'm glad we had a show with Talking Dave, Suave Dave, I mean, Mr. Midnight Movie. I'm glad the two of y'all didn't get into a fight like you usually do.
Well, you deballed him.
What? I've what? What does that mean?
You know what that means.
Deballed him?
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. I'm nice to Mr. Midnight Movie.
He's a gelding. I was thinking of that the other day.
Oh, my God. No, I did not. I'm nice to him.
Look,
you are the one that gelded him.
Debbie, no, not like you did.
I'm hiding behind my microphone.
Hey, the process I may have started the process.
You were so mean to him.
Like
oh, my God. That reminds... I'm sorry. Apocalypse, have you heard of a cooling tray that you can put your laptop on?
Yeah, those are pretty important. And never put a laptop on your actual lap, because it has small waves that are kind of dangerous, like slightly dangerous to you, but if you do it long term, it's not good for you. So, yeah, those coolers are worth it.
What does it do?
What's that?
What will it do?
Well, I've just read it online, and it just said it's not good for you at all. Like the little bit of radiation it gives off, it's just not good to have in your lap long term.
Guess what happened to Heather? Heather was
especially
vacuuming.
A guy.
Sorry.
True.
Heather was vacuuming her rugs, and she goes, "Mom, it is so much static electricity over here that this morning when her dog was underneath the covers in the dark and it started rolling around, she saw sparks fly." But that's not the worst part. She was vacuuming her rugs, her carpets today. She had her headphones on, talking to her girlfriend on her iPhone, and a charge, she said, sparked in the vacuum cleaner, came up the vacuum cleaner, up the cord, and popped in her left ear real loud.
Damn.
Of course, that was Heather. She might not have. Anyway. So, anyway, well, I thank you both. Yes?
There's something that should be able to neutralize that electricity. Some moisture would do it, but
I don't know.
Is she just going to live with it or what?
No, she's very upset about it. Anything she touches, like, God damn it! She's like, everything she touches. Do y'all ever do that? You probably have that, Apocalypse, where you live, dry climate.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. But I get used to it. It's just static electricity, and you just touch metal things. You make it jump, so it doesn't surprise you.
Are you freezing where you're at? Aren't you around somewhere somewhere?
I'm in Phoenix. No, it's perfect here. I mean, it's never been better for weather.
It is
We don't-
so cold here in Dallas.
Do you know the temperature here in Phoenix? Do you happen to know it?
No, but I bet I can know it real fast.
Okay,
I
because
bet
it's
you-
so perfect here.
Y'all have dry heat, right?
Yeah, we don't have any humidity.
That's better.
In Washington, D.C., it's 38 degrees right now. All I need is your... Oh, I'm looking at the entire weather map here. There's a low-pressure system coming down over Apocalypse right now. That's what it says, a low-pressure system. Let's see. Current weather for zip code. Give me a zip code. Or no,
Okay.
What is it?
85011.
Oh, my God. It's 64 degrees right now?
It is so perfect right now. Windows open.
I hate you. 64 degrees right now. Feels like 64 degrees. Today's high was 72 degrees with a... no, excuse me. Today's forecast calls for a high of 72 with a 10% chance of rain with a low tonight of 45 and a 0% chance of rain. Back to you in the studio. Give me a zip code, Mr. Solution. Are you like 90210?
90005.
90005. Here we go. Right now, it is a nice 60 degrees outside with a high today, mostly sunny, and a high of 72 with a low tonight of 51 with clear skies. Now let's go to 75201. Dallas. It is a cool 41 degrees outside with a wind chill making it feel like it's 35 degrees. The high tomorrow is 44 degrees. Yes, with a 20% chance of rain. The low tonight, meaning Sunday, is 27 degrees with a 10% chance of precipitation. We're freezing our asses off. I would make a horrible weather girl. We're freezing our asses off.
Floridians and Californians don't tolerate that.
New York City is 10019, right? Isn't that New York somewhere? Ooh. Isn't it?
They're getting pounded, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who's getting pounded?
New York. New York.
Let's see.
Ooh, ouch. 33 degrees with a wind chill factor making it feel like it's 28. The high tomorrow is 49 degrees with an 80% chance of precipitation. And you know what that means. If something's 80%, it's going to happen. So
Pretty much, yeah.
David said they're expecting 2 feet of snow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
They're up for it. They're used to it.
Whatever.
Whenever I want to see snow, now don't think we don't get snow. Whenever I want snow, it's only about half an hour drive. I can ascend to 5,000 feet, right?
Hundreds dead in Texas. Oh, that's a movie. What the hell? Sorry. Anyway.
Can you hear me, Deb?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I said we can get snow when we want it.
Yeah, same here. You can always drive a mile or an hour north. Probably the same for you.
Not
the mountains,
here. We don't have shit. We have no mountains, no ocean, no nothing. We're horrible. Don't move here. It's horrible.
Snow on demand. No thanks.
How to say excuse me in Spanish? What is this? Isn't that pardon?
To say excuse me in Spanish, we say disculpa.
Bullshit.
Repeat after me.
What did she say? Disculpa. What was that?
I've never heard that before.
Disculpa. It's D-I-S-C-U-L-P. That doesn't sound right. Disculpa. I don't know. Anyway. It's learning Spanish. All right. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and pull it because when I start clicking on how to speak Spanish, we're getting...
Wait. Can I say something? Are you guys going to do a show tomorrow by chance? Maybe a Sunday show? 'Cause those are always great.
Me?
Yeah, you and Solutions.
Watch me beg. Watch me beg. Mr. Solution, I will pay you to do a Bible show with me, please. You don't tell him, Apocalypse. Tell him.
I'm just messing.
Yeah, dude. I know a lot of people, that aren't religious, just say, "Oh, stupid Christians." But I mean, you say a lot of informative stuff because Christianity is a lot harder to understand than, say, the Quran, which is basically 8th grade level reading material. Christianity is a lot harder to understand, so it's good when people like you, explain it and people can, better get it.
I told you.
But you never, Apocalypse. Let me say, when we did shows for a long time, you never called in.
But
oh
they
yeah,
they don't have to call in. They're all listening.
No. But you did ask for people to call in.
But so what? They don't want to call in. They want to sit there and listen in the comfort of their own home. It was wonderful. So just put...
Well, to be honest, you're a lot more knowledgeable in the Bible than I am, so it was more of a listener experience. And I was always in the chat, too, so I was somewhat there, I guess.
A lot of people really enjoyed that, Mr. Solution. I mean, Audrey said she had an entire notebook where she was keeping notes and stuff, and she was learning, and she would go to her grandmother's house and say, "Oh, I learned this, and I learned that, and I learned this, and I learned that."
We actually did a Bible discussion last night. I mean,
yeah.
we so to speak, we pretty much. Well, at a certain point, we may do another one. I mean, I may join. But let me ask you this, Debbie, and I do like the Bible.
What?
But no one. I mean, out of the vast audience, no one else stepped forward to.
Michael Alfax called in all the time and asked.
Oh,
about...
come on.
He always asked about sex in the Bible. Well, what about the Bible says that I can't, if I throw my seed on the ground? I'm like, Michael, you're so gross.
Debbie, here is where crack enters.
You're so bad.
Please. And no, I was thinking of this other guy, Chris. Am I saying his name correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
Yeah.
Really
Chris Nelson.
Yeah, it's Chris Nelson. Yeah. Chris also is pretty adept in the Bible, correct?
Chris can talk.
Pardon? I didn't hear that.
He can talk.
Oh, he can talk.
He's a talker. Who talks more, Chris or Dave? I don't know who you are, Kamar Sohail. I just accepted your request, but I don't know who you are, sir. I'm not going to add you to this conversation. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do one. I don't say tomorrow because I have some other things. But
no, you do not. All you're going to do is ride your bike. Come on.
Wait a minute.
What?
Don't investigate my bike ride. All my bikes are actually in repair right now, believe it or not.
Apocalypse, if that's you in my chat room under my name, I'm going to kill you.
No, I'm on the call.
Okay.
I haven't even looked at your chat. I was mostly in Dyslex's chat.
Oh,
He's
no,
doing the
I
show.
always go to his show on Saturday nights. But why is he on? Oh, now this is Saturday night.
They probably went through
Yep.
the week, but wow, those studies, we really were on that a long time. But maybe a weekly, do one once a
I don't know who you are. Does anybody know this person?
Hi.
Hi. Who are you?
How are you?
Oh, it sounds like we're losing you. Oops, we lost the call. I'm sorry. Oh, I feel horrible. I'm so bad. That was horrible.
You didn't really lose it, did you?
That was horrible.
Did you? Hello?
What?
Hello?
I feel so guilty.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay. Debbie, are you there?
I am here, sir.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my webcam got turned around. You can see my poster, my picture of Heather. I haven't hung up yet.
Yeah, can you zoom in on that a little bit, just real quick?
Let me try. That's Heather.
That's a nice frame. Nice.
Jesus. This guy keeps calling. Can you see he's wanting to be added to the call? Should I
Debbie, you caused me to spend money. Now do I need to go out and get a webcam?
That would be the day.
See, the reason I'm calling mainly, well, not totally, but is because I bought this speaker thing that you got me on Skype. So I said I may as well use it.
But
Hi.
Hi, how are you, Jim Jack?
I am fine.
Hi. Yes, we see that. Where are you calling from? Oops, he hung up. I didn't do that, I promise.
Looks like he's from the Middle East somewhere.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I am Job. No, I'm joking. We need to figure out how Mr. Solution has so much static on his line. Can you hear the static, Mr. Apoc? I don't hear it now. It's so quiet. I just put my headset back on. Are y'all still here? Why is it so quiet? I lost the call. Skype quit unacceptably. You piece of shit. I bet that guy threw some sort of a Iranian curse on my Skype. He did. My Skype just crashed. My Skype crashed. I bet that Iranian guy put a curse on my Skype. That's why he came on. I bet that's why he came back on. Well, listen, you crazy mullets. I've had so much fun with you on the show tonight. It's just been a crazy show. Stabby says, the devil will appear as an angel of light. Oh, who is that? Don't make me ban you. I'm not going to ban you because I'm allowing freedom of speech, even Stabby McHugs, in my chat room from now on. So just say what you got to say. Hi, News Guy. That's the News Guy. Oh, my God. How are you, News Guy? He was in my chat room. How funny. Yeah. So there you go. Anybody wants to know what I look like? Just check with Apocalypse. He saw me on webcam. Okay? That is not me, you mullet. All right. No more chat room for me. Is Dislex on? I'm going to go over there and hang out in his chat room for a little while because there's nothing going on here. So take us out. You know who, boys. Thank you to Mr. Solution. Thank you to Mr. Midnight Movie. And thank you for Apocalypse and Jim Jack. I do think you threw a curse on me because right when you did that, my Skype crashed. And I did screenshot that to show you that my Skype did crash. So love you guys. See you the next time we do this. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe Mr. Solution will call in tomorrow night for a Bible study. I am Debbie Daly. Over and out. Take us out. You know who.
You keep slapping that bass.
Wait a minute. Stop. I did stop. Okay. I'm going to close with a song that I'm going to dedicate to somebody out there listening, and you know who you are. And this is for you.
I didn't do, but I continue learning. I never meant to do those things to you, and so I have to say before I go that I just want you to know I found a reason for to change who I used to be. reason is you.
Pupusa.
I'm sorry that I hurt you. It's something I must live with every day. And all the pain I put you through, I wish that I could take it all away. And be the one who catches all your tears. That's why I need you to hear. I found a reason for me to change who I used to be. A reason to start over new. And the reason is you. And the reason is you. And the reason is you. And the reason is you.
Pupusa.
I'm not a perfect person.
Welcome.
I never meant to do those things to you.
Welcome. This is ex-governor and Navy SEAL Jesse Ventura.
I just want you to know.
Pupusa.
This is Lester Barton.
That's a fucking keeper.
That is a keeper.